ladies and gentlemen. Pit lane dummy grid here at the 5-star liquor Colonel Malone New Zealand Stockcar Teams Championships.
I'm excited. Billy, I'm excited. Look, can you smell that? You can smell the race fuel. You can smell stuff going on. There's the drivers are getting nervous, even Paul Gaskin then. They're starting to get a little bit fidgety. They're getting dry in the mouth. All those sorts of great things that happen just before you go racing. And this is what it's all about. The focus. You look behind us, the guys are double checking, triple checking, looking at all the cars, checking the bonnet clips are on. It's just good, isn't it?
You can't beat it. I'm very excited. I can't wait. I'm going to put you on the spot like I did last year at the North Island Stockcar Champs. Who's your pick?
1 and 2 I picked as Stratford, Wellington.
Simple as.
I went through and I ranked them all, and look, I've got 6 teams I put in the program that I think are there or thereabouts. Wellington and Stratford. Stratford's been doing this for 3-4 years, getting ready to come and do this event, and of course Wellington very strong. But then you've got Rotorua, you've got Auckland, you've got Miami as well, who were on the podium last year. Hell of a hard thing. Teams racing changes all the rules. There are no rules in teams racing, and all form goes out the window.
That's absolutely right, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to rip into it. It's the Colonel Malone 5-star liquor New Zealand Stockcar Teams Champs. Who's up first?
Who we got up first? It is
Gisborne versus Wanganui, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. Make sure you stay tuned to the Pits TV. Let's rip into it.
So how it works, there's 5 cars in each team. 4 will front up on the track. Of course, they'll do their 10 laps of racing. Points work out, 100 points for the win, 40 for second, 25 for third, 20 for fourth, 10 points for fifth. 6th, 7th, 8th end up with nothing. And that'll count to their overall point system, which we'll keep you updated with throughout the evening. Up on the grid here, Mooney on the outside of the front row, Ben Holt on the pole position, Mason James starts. Mason James is going to start from grid 3, Ethan Rees off 4, James Kirk off 5, Trezan Ron Annabelle on 6, Sheet Swan off 7, and right at the back there, James Clark, the 65, we're going racing. Great jump there. The 64 of Holt for the Gisborne Gladiators. Mooney trying to hold up. Ethan Rees there. Right around the outside goes Mason James into second. Holt having a good run there in the 64 car. He's got his own block car in front of him, the 65 there. Into turn 1 and 2. Mooney goes round in 4. Whoa! So Holt, still your leader. Mason James now having trouble getting past. The 65, Swan gets in. Look at this, big contact.
Yeah.
At 2.
Turn 2.
Ryan Annabelle's put in the wall. Holt's got this race under control in the 64 so far. Mooney's still on the infield there in the 6 from Wanganui. James Clark's going to have to get in front of his teammate there. Doesn't need to because Mooney's still on the infield there. So another lap down for the 64 of Holt. He's got a couple of tail runners with him there. Looks like Ethan Rees is going to go up from the 61. The 9V will be your second place car at the moment of Swan. And the next car that our leader, the 64, will come up on is the 33 from Wanganui. Trezan, Ryland Annabelle. So Ben Holt into turn 3. He's got Annabelle in front of him. Annabelle crosses it up. But he's managing to hold him up enough. Ethan Rees is going to come through too, I'd say, and help his teammate. There he goes, he does. Pushes Annabelle to the infield. And Ben Holt makes his way through. So good work here from the Gladiators, working really well as a team. 53 moves up into that second spot now from Wanganui. Ben Holt's been taken to the wall, the 64 car. And Ethan Rees, he's put the foot down. He's going to go for it now. Looks like there could be problems here for that 64 car. He's left himself wide open. Ryland Annabelle takes to him, doesn't come to any effect. Puts himself in the wall, actually. Ben Holt's got problems at 64. Mason James James Clark, sorry, on the infield. In 4. So we'll see if we can pick up some leaders. I think it's still the 64 leading it. Rees is on a charge though in the 61 car.
Certainly is, mate. He's going for it.
And James Clark.
Taking it in the wall over there, though, look.
Oh, yeah, Ethan Rees in the wall. Good spotting there, Roger. In front of the straight.
Here comes a flag.
Yes, the flag man is getting ready. And the 61 and 64 running side by side. We'll pick up who he's going to give the flag to. It will be Rees in the 61 car.
Right.
He's coming up on 3 Wanganui cars in front of him. First, he's got to get through Mooney and Annabelle. He takes Annabelle to the wall, who then in turn clips his own teammate. So Ethan Rees gets out of that one. Mooney now working on the 64. They'll come in. He up to 64 will take the win.
Yeah.
Ben Holt, good run there. Ethan Rees will pick up the second spot there for the Gladiators. Good run there from the Gisborne Gladiators, taking out those first 2 positions.
They were well organised, those guys, okay? They know what they're doing.
Oh, Ethan Rees, he could definitely read that race, couldn't he?
He did.
He saw his team
Yep.
down on manpower out the front, obviously with Ben Holt being taken to the wall a couple of times, and he just put the foot to the floor.
He did. Took command of that. Yeah, very interesting.
So good first up race win there for the Gisborne Gladiators. Like the 46H, Barry Rhodes will join in on grid 3, and the 835 Michael Rumney will slot in behind him there, the 853 of Shannon Orr.
Can you hear me, Stu?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Minty.
Eddie, mate, that was the 8H. Larry Henderson, his bottom radiator hose fell off. So that's why he's out. He is gone. The bottom radiator hose has fallen off that car. They can't tighten it. It was throwing water out the bottom, so he'll sit it out.
Bottom radiator hose dropped off the car. Jeez.
Oh, at least it was spotted now, not during the race.
I reckon.
Here we go. The green flag's up.
Watch now.
And a great jump by the 535. Look at this, the 24's on the brakes. Clark Philpott holds that line up, as does Mick. Michael Rumney in the 835. Out in front though, 535. Robbie Morris, his first Stockcar team champs. He's raced plenty more times for the Rascals, but he's got a nice clear lead actually. Finally 2 Raiders slot in chase. The 36 gets pumped into the wall. Clinton Cheatham drives out of it now. The Rascals leading the way. They're going to have to get a second runner on the job, and it looks like the 853 of Shannon Orr's picked up that role. Cheatham now working on Michael Rumney, the 2 block cars on each other as we go. We've got one spinning around here, the 24 on a big shot. Then he misses there, Barry Rhodes.
Oh, big hit.
Oh, the 353 has a shot at him as well. So we've got thumbs down from the 46. We'll go red.
Steve Gray, 353, the big hit up on turn 1.
I'm glad you could pump that number out, Roger.
No, those numbers are murderous. Oh, great. Great conditions here at Stratford Speedway. Welcome along, folks. Great to see you here. I know it's crazy having a day like this, but rained us out last night. We didn't have a chance, didn't have a hope. It was It was wet. They were working on the track, ironed it out, and we've got a good track at this stage.
That's completely ripped out the left front of Barry Rhodes' car. That's just pulled the whole front end on that left-hand side, buried him into the concrete. You think that car's not going to turn another lap in this race. And
Robbie Morris, 4 laps down, 6 to go, sitting in the second spot with a 15H of Hadley Dixon. Also done the 4 laps. See if we can pick our leader up. As he comes across the line now to collect 5 laps. We're at the halfway point now for the 5.35. Oh, look at this down the back straight.
Yeah, look. Watch
The
that.
24's got one in the wall there. Cheats him as well. Puts in the 8.35 into turn 1. That's Michael Rumney. Still Robbie Morris leading, 6 laps down. Hadley Dixon has only done the 5 and the 15H. He's sitting in second. So a good solid lead here for the Rascals. Rumney takes the 24 to the infield. Can't quite get it done, but it allows Morris to get through Cheaton's in good pace here. The 36 chasing him down.
7 laps down, mate. 7 laps.
Rumney's got a flat left front there. Now Shannon Orr. Oh, he actually has to pull to the infield to get out of his teammate's way. They come up on the 24. Robbie Morris there working on the 24 of Bart Philpott. He's waiting on a block car to come round, and he does. This will be it. Yes, he picks him up too. That allows Robbie Morris to go through. And we go red.
Red.
Yep, so we've picked the reds up here. No, so they're picking up something.
whole
on
wheel
the
guards
24.
come clean off that car. So Brett Philpott, he's gone in hard, Billy Higgins.
They'll send him to the infield. Waikato down to 2 cars.
Whoa.
With just the 2 laps to go. Your leader is heading into turn 3 there, the 5.35. Robbie Morris is the rest of them.
Flag down this time.
Working on each other, good run there. Oh, we got one going around. That's Shannon Orr on the 8.53. 1 lap to go for Robbie Morris in front though. Hadley Dixon and Steve Gray running second and third, and that's how they are on track too. So if Steve Gray can catch him, that'll be for position, but no doubt our race winner, 5.35. Robbie Morris takes out the 100 points.
Down the hill.
Oh, here we go. And I'll tell you what, the 15 manages to just hold on
Stuck in there.
for the second position. Whew. So we'll work through those.
Coming up next, we've got Auckland and Kiki.
Down here, Stu, thanks for that, mate. One of the points as we go through, we'll get those out to the crowd as much as we can. But demolition job for the re-shield as well. They retained that. They took it off Waikato a few weeks ago. And they keep the re-shield, which has been floating around. Tony Galasher, the team manager, has that. But demolition job from Rotorua. They put themselves at risk a couple of times, though, Stu. They did a couple of things that almost exposed them to getting beating.
Yeah,
Stu, Billy?
Rotorua will definitely have to work on a few of the tactics. Robbie Morris was very much covered out there in front.
all Falcons. Rotorua are all Falcons. Kiki are all Falcons. And the only Hemi in the field, that's the 8A of Logan Pete. Waring and Moore running V6 holders. Lonergan and Orr in the Falcons as Orr pulls across to the pit gate over here, looking for the 2-minute from his crew. They're going to dive across the fence, and Rippon, he's just looking for some adjustments on that car as he puts his hand up on the side rail. The crew comes over the fence, checks what he wants. His dad, Steve Warpol's out there, just looking inside. One of his belts looks like they're not quite tight enough. Up comes the 73K. He pulls in beside as well. That's Ben Ellis. So young Benjamin Ellis, ex-mini stock driver, comes up. A couple of other cars coming up too, just looking for some checks. They're making sure that everything's tied up. It's all tight. The belts are tight. They're giving him an extra pull. They're checking the wheel nuts.
We see the remainder of the Kiki team pretty much pulling up there. Josh Walsh as well, the 77. 72, Carl Hodge, he pulls into the mix as well, and the 74 of Aidan McPherson. Only one that's not gone over there, Bruce Harding. He's done this plenty of times. 75K out there. As you say, he's won this event twice with the Gisborne Gladiators. Now running for Kiki. Bruce Harding off 6, 73, Ben Ellis off 7, and Keegan Orr will line up the final grid position 8. On the infield, the 74, Aidan McPherson, and the 8 of Logan Pete. 10 laps, of course, the distance brought to you by the Sulco Tools and Equipment. Just waiting for reserve cars to park in the box on the infield. There we go, now we're in starters' hands. Here we go, the green drop. Look at this, straight away. The 75, Harding on the brakes. Lonergan's trying to hold off the 77 of Walsh. One around there, Dave Moore. Around the outside is the 32 of Waring, so he'll pick up the lead. Brad Waring in the 32 for Auckland. Josh Walsh still pushing Lonergan. Here comes Carl Hodge to help him, and Lonergan's going to go in hard here. He does. Walsh follows them in too. Waring's still got the lead. Lonergan in second. Then we go back to our two Kihiki cars. Carl Hodge, Josh Walsh. The blockers having a play down there on the back straight. Keegan Orr's just pulled off the infield after a battle with Harding. So the Alley Cats running 1 and 2 at the moment.
1 and 2, yep.
Hodge goes round after collecting Orr. Now Josh Walsh is tangled up with the 735 as well. So good blocking there from Keegan Orr as it takes Hodge a little bit to fire up. That's actually moved Dave Moore into the 3rd spot. So the Alley Cats running. Oh, we've lost Lonergan to the infield. I was going to say the Alley Cats are running 1, 2, 3, but we've lost the 95 to Lonergan to the infield. 32, Waring is still your leader. Dave Moore in 2nd spot, the 74. Waring goes around the outside of Ellis, spins him.
Got him.
Josh Walsh went in for the shot, he didn't quite collect it. Dave Moore is now your race leader.
Yep.
Waring straightens up, but he's got a fast charging Carl Hodge behind him. And now Moore will have to come up on the block man in the flat chassis, that is Bruce Harding. He collects him as well. He gets Moore, but Moore's got the speed. Harding tries to spin him. Can't get it done. Oh, he spins himself in the end there. That's really helped Kiki. Walsh goes up over Keegan Orr here at turn 1. Carl Hodge sends in Waring hard. Walsh is up the wall.
Up the wall.
Action aplenty here in turn 1. We got Josh Walsh up the wall. He's backing off the 77. Drives it down too.
Look
in the meantime, your race leader is Carl Hodge, but he's got problems there. The 72, his right front's gone with that big contact.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Lonergan's back on track. He spins out Hodge. Dave Moore goes into the lead now. This is an absolute wreckfest of a race. This one.
Wow.
The 74, Dave Moore, he'll come round. with 2 laps to go this time, the 74 car. Hodges still sitting in second. The battle between Keegan Orr and Josh Walsh continues in turn 3. And Hodge even puts in a shot there on Orr. No one can stop the 74 of Dave Moore though. The bodywork ripped right off the side of the 72 car. Moore will pick the white flag up, 1 to go. Hodges worked that out as well, he's seen it. He knows, here goes Lonigan, up the side of Harding, big shot. Hodge had one last crack at Dave Moore, doesn't get him. That gives Dave Moore a clear run. Out of 4 he comes. And he'll take the checkered flag for the Auckland Alley-Cats.
Parts of car lying on the track over there, turn 1.
Josh Walsh will get across the line in the 77. The Reds come out at the same time.
Yeah, there's bits of car lying all over the place up there by the wall.
Over here trying to see what they got. Andre Stenson, he's not happy with the steering and the suspension of the back of that car. Just looking to say, hey, I need to do something with the front end. Look at the Stratford, the 73C, Norton Gowans. He's got some problems with his steering. They're worrying about what's going on the front end. If you just look now, they're going to adjust the spring, try and take some tension out of it, soften the car up. The tractor's going to come over and lift it up. So they're all worried about the tightness of their suspensions at the moment. They're loosening things up inside the Andre Stenson V6 Holden, the Ray built car. Just looking, I think they got a couple of problems with overheating. I think the temperature gauge is up on that car. It is.
He's all right, that guy, but he's doing a pretty good job.
I'm glad he's out there running around.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
So there we can see the Canterbury Crushers manager just having a word to Demetrius Amos, giving him the tactics. Of course, Canterbury have the pole position in this race. With a 919, Troy Curry will take the pole position. 82B, Brent Loveridge off grid 2, 84, Cameron Swift off 3, Norton Gowans is 73 off 4, 95, Alex Rondell is on grid 5, 85B, Regan Penny's joined the grid on 6, Andre Stenson on 7, Harley Robbs off 8, there's the grid set. It's the Miani Maulers taking on the Canterbury Crushers.
Ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Wait for the flag. And race time.
So Loveridge pushes Curry to the infield. We got Penn going to the wall. Loveridge gets a break. Swift goes with him. Norton Gowan in hot pursuit of Swift. Andre Stenson sitting on the start. He gets underway now. Gowans gets fed into the wall with Swift. That allows Alex Rondell into second. Loveridge, the lead car. He's got Stenson in front of him in the tank. Oh, look at this. The 919 down in turn 2. Scott Swift in the wall. Stenson spins out Harley Robb on the main straight. Loveridge still leading in the 82. Regan Penn sitting in second at the moment in the 85 as well. Simiani running 1-2. Looks like it'll be Rondell. Well, he's sitting in third, but he's not running. It's Gowans that's doing the work in the running side of thing for the Crushers. Stenson once again comes up against Harley Robb. Bluffs him this time. Here goes Harley Robb. Whoa! Oh, Loveridge left himself wide open there. Robb up the inside. Stenson's going to have to save his teammates here. They managed to get away themselves. Penn and Loveridge with a very fast charging Harley Robb in behind. Here's the 919. Pulls out, doesn't get the job done. Loveridge on the defence. He's got Harley Robb working him. Stenson's got Rundell held up in 4. Gowans goes round thanks to Swifty. Harley Robb holding up Loveridge. Regan Penn still leading it. Slots in behind Stenson. 6 laps down. Loveridge has finally got away from Robb. Oh, Regan Penn almost gets hooked in. Here comes Gowans with a huge shot.
360 degrees and points the right way. Huge action on turn 3.
Oh, Regan Penn's got problems there with that left rear.
Yeah, look at that.
Harley Robb's picked up the running for the Canterbury Crushers. Cameron Swift jumps in front of Regan Penn to play the defence. He's still leading it. 3 to go. Loveridge is still in second as well. Miani are running 1-2. Norton Gowans is your lead car for the Crushers.
Oh, wow.
And he takes a big shot at Andre Stenson. So Norton Gowans actually is still on the lead lap. He won't be now as Loveridge and Regan Penn go past him. Oh, Loveridge has gone round thanks to hitting the rear of Alex Rowland. Regan Penn's going to have a bit of work to get past him now if that left rear flat. Harley Robb is the man on the charge at the moment. Still got a fair bit of ground to make up in the 919. Loveridge gets the white flag, 1 to go for the 82. The Maulers just holding on in the later stages of the race.
Oh, just taking on.
Stenson comes in to push Regan Penn. But it will be the 82 of Loveridge that takes the win. Swift's gone round. Harley Robb goes through. Let's see if Regan Penn can hold on. He'll pick up the 3rd spot. Harley Robb goes across the line in 2nd. So good reading of the race there from Harley Robb. Then the 919 car. The Maulers just holding on to victory.
Just hanging on by the ears.
cars everywhere. What they're trying to do is soften up this front suspension. They're just not performing the way they want them to, and they're just trying to get some bite on these cars because they're not biting. The springs are too tough, so they're getting too much bounce. So they're softening things up again. 46 GM, the steering problems on the front end for that, on the tri-rail. Just trying to see he's not getting full lock. So if you look across there, you see on 46 GM, these guys are just trying to get the full lock going on that car. Something's not quite right with that tri-rail steering. They're going to let him go, but yeah.
Paul Gaskin, team manager, just instructed the final instructions. Josh Prentice will sit this one out. Three-time winner of this event in 2011, 12 and 13 with the Palmerston North Pumas, Josh Prentice. New Zealand champion himself as well. So a lot of experience sitting on the infield for the young guns.
As I thought, the 46 GM, the steering is locked up as they went up to the pit gate. That steering on the 46 GM has locked up, and that's why he's sitting out.
191, Dylan Robb will slot into grid position 2. Colin Cameron off 3. Ethan Levine on 4. Josh Kahui on 5. Logan Tomlin off 6. Dave Houston Jr. on 7 and Brendan Ty on grid 8. They're all set up. 8-10 laps. Wellington Young Guns, Greymouth Grizzlies, brought to you by Guthrie Bauer on Taranaki. There's our start U, moves away. Here we go, good jump there by Keegan Levine in the 52, gets underway. Ty and Houston Jr. sitting here on the start line still. And Levine comes under a lot of tension, away he goes. Kahui goes with him in the 55, as does Colin Cameron. Brendan Ty's gone round here in the start. And the 74 of Houston Jr. goes round 2. So Keegan Levine and Kahui go through. Colin Cameron goes with them as well. Ethan Levine dealing it out. That'll be to the 93 tank. Logan Tomlin. Brendan Ty rejoins the field. Levine, Kahui, and Colin Cameron, the 107 out of Greymouth. That's your top 3. Brendan Ty, can he pick up Colin Cameron? He'll cover the rear of his Young Guns teammates. He gets the 107, pushes him to the infield. Wet leads Dylan Robb, move up into 3rd. Levine and Kahui dispatch the 93.
Yep.
Young Guns really working well as a team here. Ty still got Cameron in behind him, the 107. Levine and Kahui, the 52 and the 55 from Wellington, doing the job out in front. Brendan Ty covering them great. He's got the 107 occupied. And our 2 race leaders go through once again. The Grizzlies have got no other blocker out there. Ethan Levine as well, the 51, just clocking up laps, sitting in 4th. So Wellington running 1, 2, and 4. Keegan Levine just jumps out of gear, pops it on the limiter. The 93 goes round now from Greymouth. So a good run of attacking defence here for Levine. We got the 191 Dylan Robb, the right rear's popped off that tyre. Levine will spot that, give him a shunt, dispatch him out the way. Kahui will go in the lead in the 55. Levine in the 52 will drop back into 2nd. Ethan Levine comes under a little bit of attention, comes to nothing. 8 laps down for Josh Kahui in the 55 tank. So the Young Guns doing a great job of circulating and collecting points here. Brendan Ty, oh, he gets it wrong. He'll go round in front of his teammates. 1 lap to go for the Wellington Young Guns. Now Ethan Levine, look at this, he just shunts one of the Grizzlies into another car. And off he goes, the 51W. That moves him into 3rd as well. Last minute chance here for the Houston Junior car, doesn't get it done, so 52W. Keegan Levine will take the win. Ethan Levine just getting blocked into the wall. Down in turn 4. He'll be wanting to get out of that. Across the line.
54 across the line.
He does so, breaks free, gets over the line.
Yep.
So look at this, Wellington. So Keegan Levine takes the win in the 52 from Josh Carhui in 55. Ethan Levine in 51, Colin Cameron 107. The first of the Greymouth cars across the line in 4th. And Dave Houston Jr., the 74 in 5th. Wellington 1, 2, 3. That gives them 165 points to Greymouth's 30. So Bay Park have the pole position for this race. It'll be the 13M of Lee Porter. Daniel Burmeister, the 172, lines up in 3. Joseph Carter off 4. Dan Pollock on 5. Luke Myers, the 15P, off 6. 722. David Lowe off 7, and the 14N of Mark Dunn off grid 8. Coming to the conclusion pretty much of round number 1 with only the Stormers to race. Here we go, Green. Straight on the brakes is Kyle Lamp, the 772. That gives Lee Porter a good jump down in front for the Bulldogs. And look at this, Dan Pollock's gone with him as well. David Lowe hard in charge in the 722. As with Burmeister, Luke Myers quickly gets back on track in time. For the leaders to come round, the 15P has first crack at them. Oh, big shot from David Lowe. On Dan Pollock. Lee Porter's been held up. Daniel Burmeister to the lead.
Still going.
That 722's not looking healthy in the wall there in turn 2.
No.
Burmeister, your lead car now, the 172. We got smoke rubbing. That's some steel rubbing on the wheel there of Pollock's car. The right front's gone as well. Burmy leading at the 172. Kyle Lamp pulls out of the wall. We've got a heap of block cars down here for Burmeister to manoeuvre through. And look at this, he reads it perfection. Oh, Joseph Carter, swing and a miss. Mirrors getting adjusted galore down here in the 2 tanks for the Pumas. Dan Pollock, that left rear smoking up, that wheel guard's crushed up against it. Burmeister still leading in the 172. 4 laps down now for your leader. The second hand looking David Lowe limping around in turn 2. Myers is on the infield at 15. These Bulldogs aren't giving up. Dan Pollock still sitting in second. Kyle Lamp's actually in 3rd place at the moment. The 772 tank, so if he gets a wheel going, the Pumas will get some good points here. I think he might have realised it. Clears the track for Burmeister. Look at this, David Lowe. He's got 2 Bulldogs on him. They go straight through the corner. He spins out the 14. Pollock, that left rear, getting a huge workout.
Yeah. Can it last?
He comes up to the back of Myers. The 14M of Dunn moves into 3rd. Holding up a couple of Bulldogs there, the 13 of Porter.
7 laps.
12 of Pollock. Lamp goes round, defends the cars, lets Burmeister through. Great run from the 172.
Yeah.
Myers doing a good job with the back bumper there. The Pumas, they really have to protect Burmeister because lying in wait, second, third, are the Bulldogs. Oh, big shot there from David Lowe. He's got the 13 up the wall. Lee Porter in turn number 1. 172, Burmeister gets the white flag. We've lost a fair few Bulldogs in this race. Cole Lamp sitting in third now, the 772. We go red. That'll be for the 13M car up the wall. Rear of that car is pretty exposed to the track.
Yeah.
So good dispatch there from David Lowe on the 722. Lee Porter, I don't know how that left rear is holding in there. So what they'll do, I think they get to they'll check David Lowe out. It may give him a chance to back out of this. The officials just down there checking the situation out. Here in commentary, we're getting some great shots from Pits TV. Here we go, David Lowe pulls out of it. The 13M. Lee Porter, he's pretty stuck up there. He's going nowhere.
Yeah.
Minty, we've got to get it all right by the end of it.
This is your practice. There's no practice in Speedway. This is a team's title. Let's go.
So here we go. The greens back out. Burmeister, the 172. He's going to bring it across for the Pumas. Dan Pollock limps over the line there.
Ooh,
I tell you what, as he limped over the line, he was pretty lucky because Kyle Lamp crossed at the same time and they were on the same lap. So Lamp finished it up in third. But crikey, if Pollock didn't limp over as fast as he did, there could have been some valuable points lost for the Bay Park Bulldogs. So Daniel Burmeister will take out the win, the 172 car. And 12M was second. Then we go back to Kyle Lamp, the 772. Mark Dunn manages to finish up in fourth. And our final point scorer, David Lowe, got across the line there for fifth. Once again, that gives Palmerston North 135 points and gives Bay Park 60. The Stratford Stormers,
Here we go.
defending champions.
They'll fly around a bit, okay, because the wind's going to take them, but there you go.
The defending champion Stratford Stormers. Your local team, make plenty of noise for them, people.
You bet. Big support.
The local Stratford Stormers. How cool is that to have 1NZ and 2NZ in the same team?
Yeah, mighty proud, mate, mighty proud.
So we're all underway here up in the officials area on the start-finish line. As we hear the cars fire up. It's some pretty unique circumstances. It's been everything, Roger. It's been the weather, now it's the power.
That's the power. Hey, what's next?
We're doing such a great job of getting through this first round of qualifying racing as well. Well, here we go.
Right.
The Wanganui Vulcans, the Stratford Stormers underway.
Let's hear ya.
Hayden Barker in the 84 gets a bit of a jump. Oh, look at this. Rob Mason served up by Duffy. Mason James, he'll slot into second. Hindstand does a big wheel stand over the side of Rob Mason. Oh, Mason James has pulled infield. Dion Mooney takes a good shot at Duffy. The Stormers are running 1, 2 and 3. Hayden Barker, your leader. Damien Highstand in second. Bevan Phillips in third. Trezan Ryland Annabelle, he's your lead Wanganui Vulcan car, the 33V. And look at this now, the Stormers will catch up to Dion Mooney. Plenty of experience in the 6V car. Can he deal with all three of them? Well, he puts Hayden Barker in the wall. That lets Ryland Annabelle move up at least one spot. Mason James now. The 2NZ of Mark Duffy covers him.
He's standing to the
Well,
lead,
Mason,
47.
he's got a left front problem there, so not as effective on the blocking roll. Ryland Annabelle now, he's getting caught up by Hayden Barker. Slots in front of Mason. 34, that is, Rob Mason.
Still
Dion Mooney.
Damien, he's standing in the lead for 47. 72, Bevan Phillips. Go, guys! Nothing parochial about me.
You're getting pretty excited there, Roger.
Hell yeah.
Look at the cruise that Bevan Phillips, just the one hand on the steering wheel as he's driving. And Hindstand, big shot on Mooney. That lets Bevan Phillips into the lead. The 2NZ, look at that, Mark Duffy straight in there, great teamwork.
Nice teamwork.
So Bevan Phillips, your leader now from the 47 of Damien Hindstand. Trezan Ryland Annabelle in the 33V. He's sitting in third on the lead lap too. So who knows, Dion Mooney, if he can effectively pick up these two Stormers, even one of them at a time. Ryland Annabelle, he moves into second spot. Can Mason James get Damien Hindstand now? Oh, look at this, Hindstand goes round. Ryland Annabelle's in the wall now, thanks to Duffy. Bevan Phillips is your new leader in the 72. So close for the Wanganui Vulcans then. Trezan Ryland Annabelle, he's off and going again. He's still on the lead lap. Bevan Phillips leading it, 8 laps down.
Mark Duffy with problems over there, number 2, up against the wall.
The 33's quite off pace. Dion Mooney will have to haul up in the 6. He doesn't look like he's going to though. Bevan Phillips will get the white flag, 1 to go. Damien Hindstand's with him. Mooney's going to try and use the pace. Ryland Annabelle. And Mason James will cross the line too, so Wanganui with no block cars left. That allows the Stratford Stormers to take the win.
Yay!
1-2 for Stratford. That was actually, that was a very close race as well.
It was close. It was close.
Ryland Annabelle was on the lead lap. He had a shot down there in turn 2 at taking the lead, but great blocking there from the 2NZ of Mark Duffy. Stratford take out first, second and fourth. Wanganui third and fifth. pole position as well in the 61G car.
So Barry Rhodes at this stage, I believe, will sit this out. The 46H will sit this one out for Huntley.
Starting outside the front row.
He walked away from me, that's right, Jay. So sitting this one out, Ben Holt, the 64, will be sitting this one out.
So Brad Philpott, the 24, off grid position 2. Larry Henderson off 3. Mason O'Dwyer on 4. James Kirk on 5. Hadley Dixon off 6.
Ben Holt sitting this one out, just giving the car a rest. Nothing wrong with it, just giving Ben Holt a rest this run.
Waikato Raiders taking on the Gisborne Gladiators, both two-time champions, both back-to-back champions in their time. So here we go, green. Straight on the brakes is Brad Philpott. Ethan Rees gets a great start. Going with them will be Henderson in the 8H. James Kirk as well in the 62. And Clinton Cheatham as well, the 36. 65, James Clark just pulls out to the wall. Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
Kirk goes in. Looks like the Henderson car went in harder though, the 8H. So 3 blockers here for the Waikato Raiders. James Clark goes into the wall of the Cheatham car. Ethan Rees, great drive out in front from the 61G. Oh, Mason O'Dwyer up against the wall. Brad Philpott took a big shot at him. Oops. Got a couple go around here. Hadley Dixon, James Clark. Still Ethan Rees, the 61G car leading it. Great cover from his teammates. James Kirk goes to work on Larry Henderson, up over the bonnet.
Whoa.
And we almost hit our first rollover then.
Close.
What a way to save it. Ethan Rees with a great form of attacking driving. The 61 car makes his way through the block men.
4 laps.
Here he comes on the 8 of Henderson. Big punt out wide, up the inside he goes. So we'll have cover in front of him now, the 65 of Clark. The 8H looking a bit second hand, sitting in the middle of the track. James Kirk goes on a big shot on the 24 of Philpott. 6 laps down for Ethan Rees, the 61 car. Clinton Cheatham sitting in second in the 36 tank. He dispatches James Clark down the back straight as well. 62 and 63 sitting in third and fourth. Look at that, great driving from Ethan Rees, straight through all those blockers.
Yep.
He'll come up against Henderson again in the 8. Big serve out of 4. Look at that, great driving from Rees. 8 laps down. Oh, big shot of O'Dwyer and Philpott down here in front of the grandstand. James Kirk doing a good job of holding up Cheatham as well in the tank. White flag, 1 to go for Ethan Rees. Still Cheatham in second in the 36 tank. He takes James Clark to the wall. And Ethan Rees, though, will come through, take the win for the Gisborne Gladiators. 2 from 2 they go. Cheatham crosses the line in second, the 36 tank. Still the lap cars having a go at each other down here. The 24 of Philpott, the 63 of O'Dwyer, they cross the line. So Ethan Rees, the 61 G car, will take the win. Clinton Cheatham, the 36 Tank from Huntley in second. 15-8, Chadley Dixon, he moved into third. 63 Mason O'Dwyer in fourth. And James Kirk, the 62 car, in fifth. So if we go through our points.
By the way, next sponsored by Mickelson's Transport event, number 10 over 10 laps. It's Auckland Alley Cats, Rascals on the way, but on the dummy grid.
Gisborne Gladiators 130 points from that one. Waikato Raiders 65. So there we go, Gisborne Gladiators 130. Waikato Raiders 65. Gary Lonigan will start from the pole position, the 95. The 853, Shannon Orr off 2. Of course, Brent Stewart was in the team, sold his car during the week.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so now he's swapped places, Shannon Orr in the team. Brent Stewart, the 6th driver. Good to see he's still part of the team though, very vital member, the 6th driver as well. Could well come into play with this long day, Roger.
Yeah, long day, mate.
853, Michael Rumney off grid 3. Dave Moore takes his place on 4. Logan Pete, that awesome looking Pete flat chassis, the 8A off 5. 353. Steve Gray off 6. Callum Flavel, the 385 off 7. And Keegan Orr once again on grid 8.
Just the 535, Robbie, maybe just resting that car for this heat. There's nothing wrong with it, just resting the car.
Had a great run, Robbie Morris, in that first run. Here we go, on the picks, Shannon Orr, and it's only Lonigan and Rumney that get away. Pete now off with them. So here we go, Michael Rumney around the outside of Lonigan. Whoa! That's what you call game. Takes him into the wall. Look at this clutch in. Rumney tries to put Lonigan in the wall. So Flavel will be a lead car for the Rascals, but it's Logan Pete in the 8A. That is the race leader. Here he comes up on Steve Gray. Gray gets him up the wall around the outside. Flavel is your leader now, the 385. Rumney straight into the blocking position. Callum Flavel your leader. Michael Rumney in second. Looks like there could be some problems there with the 835. Yeah, left rear looks like it's pretty flat. Oh, look at this, Logan Pete. He's picked up Shannon Orr. They go hard into the wall. Logan Pete's put himself up the wall. Looks like he's going to try back it off. Shannon Orr not wanting to move so he can try and hold him in there. In the meantime, time, as we talked about that, Callum Flavel, he got spun up. So Gary Lonergan's your leader. Dave Moore actually slots into second. Flavel and Orr. Orr and Flavel. And Flavel puts all to the infield, but still, he needs to dispatch. They go red. We got red, and that'll be for Logan Pete up the wall for the Alley Cats. Lose a vital member of the team potentially. We'll see what the officials do when they head over there. Pete was sitting in the 4th spot as that happened.
So a lot of damage to the right front as well on the steering of that car. That's pulled the steering off the inside of that car, so a bit of damage into that as well. So that's why won't get it off the wall apart from the motor playing up too. So challenges, look, we got Keegan Orr, he's on the infield. I don't know if he's parked there, is he just driven there? I'm not sure if that car's going under a red light, but I think at the moment we've got Dave Moore in front, I think, if that's my correct, Stu. In the 74, would that be right?
Yeah, Lonergan's your lead car. Down in front of back straight there, just out of turn 2. Dave Moore in the 74, just in front of the corporate areas in second. Callum Flavel, the 385, he's your lead Rotorua Rascal car. He's just sitting down in behind Dave Moore actually. So Dave Moore and Callum Flavel are on the same lap. Down to the 3 cars. Both teams finished on 135 points in their first race.
Yeah.
Potentially this could decide who qualifies through. We're underway again. Michael Rumney couldn't quite get Dave Moore. Look at this. Dave Moore, he pulled it into the wall. Let Callum Flavel straight through. Lonergan in behind Steve Gray now. The 353's got the 95 on the infield. This is going to give Flavel a bit of time to get back round. Shannon Orr's working on Keegan Orr. Steve Gray will also help that out, so Orr will be stuck in the sandwich, and Flavel will go through to the race lead. Yep. So the 385, Callum Flavel is your race leader. Now the Auckland Alley Cats, they have to manoeuvre through the Rascal Blockmen. Dave Moore spins to the infield. Flavel leading it. Lonergan comes up on Rumney. That left rear flat really not helping Michael Rumney in the 835. Dave Moore now trying to work his way past Steve Gray. Gray gets him in the wall. Flavel 7 laps down. Now he's got to get round Keegan Orr. Oh, and he does it. He spins out though. Clutches it, he's underway again. Dave Moore, the big shot on Flavel.
Smacked him again.
That was huge. Lonergan goes to the lead now, the 95.
Wow.
Your race leader, Flavel, fires it up, underway.
Look at this.
Lonergan and Dave Moore working together. Here comes Gray, picks up.
Huge hit, mate.
Dave Moore and at the same time, Lonergan's gone round. Here comes Flavel.
Unreal. What the hell?
Lonergan's your leader. Flavel's in second. They're both on the same straightaway. Keegan Oy puts Steve Grace to the infield. Now Keegan Oy's got nothing, he's got a right front flat.
Yeah.
White flag's out. It's all up to Shannon Orr now to stop Gary Lonergan. Can he do it in turn 3? Flavel's pedaling hard. Here goes Lonergan around the outside of Shannon Orr. He gets him. Flavel up the inside. Look at that. He shuts him and Flavel. The 385 takes the win for the Rotorua Rascals.
Oh, man.
What a race.
What a race.
Look at this. Now the 353. Lonergan backs over the line. The 95. But killing Flavel.
Oh, what a killer race.
He hit the foot to the floor.
Holy jingers.
Wow.
If that didn't have everything, you don't know what it had.
Definitely destroyed in their first race. Officials looking pretty happy with it. Turn to the buggies and onto the infield they'll go. It's the 72 of Carl Hodge, former Auckland All-Star for the Superstock Teams Racing. He was the manager of the Kiki Crusaders last year. Richie Feet buys a car and out there this year with the team. All right, here we go. The Crusaders, the Maulers. Hodge pushing. Symes to the infield, but Symes gets away. Looks like McPherson will go with him in the 74 and Ellis in the 73. 84, Cameron Swift, he'll fire it up as well. So the 72's parked up on the infield. And the 82 will block him. Look at this, the 81 leaving himself pretty open there, Brandon Symes. McPherson had a dive, couldn't get to it. They'll come up on the first block car, Loveridge, and they spin him around with ease. Does McPherson. So the Maulers still leading it, 2 Crusader cars. So McPherson spins himself out there out of 4. It's not what they want. There's some problems there with that 72 of Hodge. Once again on the infield. And your race leader just coming out of turn 4 now, Brandon Symes. Maulers just protecting their man. Benjamin Ellis into the lock position. Gets caught up with Regan Penn. That'll slot Josh Walsh into the second spot now. In behind Brandon Symes, who's leading the race. Now Walsh will have to get past. Loveridge puts him in the wall. Good hit there. And Symes having problems getting past Hodge. Back on the track. We got Josh Walsh up the wall now with Loveridge holding him in there. McPherson having problems getting past Regan Penn as well. The 77 car, he's well and truly stuck up the wall there by the looks of this. Loveridge is going to try and reverse out of there. Look at this. McPherson goes in, thanks to Cameron Swift. Ellis, big shot on Regan Penn. And at the same time,
Red light.
here we go, red, that'll be for the 77. And at the same time, Hodge had our race leader half spun. The two wheels of Josh Walsh, the two right-hand wheels are sitting up over that wall.
Again, same thing, Stu, as the wheel guard on the left-hand side is well and truly embedded back out on that track. So I think that's buried in there. It's going to really struggle to get that car off. He's got any chance to drive off. Yep. Nah, they give him the flag to say, I don't think we'll get him now. Let's be honest. When they're in the car, perhaps not so much, but they're mates with them.
Right, here we go. Right. The flags come in. We'll go green. So Hodges actually moved in front of Symes. So he'll have a shot at picking up the race leader again. The 72 on the 81. Oh, he gets him into 4. The 74 now working on Loveridge, the 82 car.
Ben's still circulating on that flat tyre, on 2-3.
I'll tell you what now, Ben Ellis has moved into the lead. The 73K is your lead car. Cameron Swift, the 84 in second. So,
here he comes
game changer. Oh, Ellis. I don't think he realises he's in the lead.
Yeah, right.
Because he's going into the block roll. Cameron Swift will go around the outside. He'll clip the front of Ellis and half spin it. Benjamin Ellis still the lead of the 73K with 7 laps down. The 85 car, he's got some issues there, Regan Penn. He completely missed those key cars going around him.
Flat
sledging out, right front flat. Good picking up there, Roger.
Yeah, mate.
So the 74, McPherson, he's going to have to get Loveridge.
Yeah.
72 of Hodge works on the rest of the maulers in behind. Ellis has got to work this one out perfect because it's white flag for the 73. And he's got Symes charging in hard behind him. Foot to the floor goes Ben Ellis. The 73K is your leader. Into 3 and 4 he goes. He's got a teammate behind him. And the checker flag will drop. For 73, Ben Ellis will take the win. Great run there, good game changer.
Yeah, it was.
From Kiki with the 3 cars. That was all in effect of Carl Hodge taking Brandon Symes to the wall.
Yep, great
after
move.
That red.
Great move.
Kiki have been threatening this. We saw it against Auckland. It was a pretty tired teams race, but that was, yeah, take or be taken.
It was.
So how did we finish? We finished Kiki in first. Who was second, Stu?
Hawke's Bay second and third and fifth. So Kiki first and fourth. That gives Kiki 125. We're just working out the points here. That'll make Hawke's Bay 75. So Kiki, there we go. Kiki 120, it comes through on our monitor. Kiki 120. Combine that with their 60 in race 1, 180 total. Miani Maulers take 75 out of that race. Combining that with their 125 from race number 1, that'll give them bang on 200 points.
that may be enough, Stu, you know, to get through. I think that will be enough. Having a win is enough, so long as you got some points from the second one. That was a great drive from Kiki. That was Stu. You know, Carl Hodge and those guys hiding up signs. That was just clinical teams racing. Knew where they were and just, okay, you're stopping now.
Yep.
Let's have you.
Yep. Dead right.
That's just pure experience there from Carl Hodge.
Sure it is.
Yeah, put your hands together, hey, Kiki. They take the win of the team that finished third last year, the only Maulers.
Norton Gowans will line up in that pole position. They got third in 2015. They finished up on 70 points in their first race. Did the Canterbury Crushers. Greymouth Grizzlies only took 30 away from theirs.
Remember from the first heat, the 46 GM sat out because he said he felt like the steering was playing up or something was wrong with it. What it was the alternator had collapsed and the alternator bearing inside had collapsed, so that's why the steering was feeling so queer. It wasn't the steering at all, it was the alternator, and it would have disintegrated if he'd gone racing.
Gee, yeah. Good call.
So as we say, Gowans on pole, the 74. Dave Houston Jr. on 2, 93. Logan Tomlin on 3. Harley Robb will start on 4 in the 991. 95. Alex Rondell off 5. Colin Cameron comes into position 6 in the 107. Looks like the 46 will start this one. Josh Nielsen and Demetrius Amos. Wellington local, contracted to Christchurch. The 719 lines up on grid 8. Just the 3 races left, including this one. Just coming up, 2:30. Here we go. Gowans on the picks. And it'll be Houston Jr. in the 74 getting away with Harley Robin behind him. Colin Cameron as well. And then we go. Alex Rondell pushes the 46 and Gowans into a huge shot there. Harley Robin the wall. Demetrius Amos pushes through and into the lead goes Amos. The 74 playing the defensive role. Doesn't work because now Harley Robb's moved into second, the 991.
95C's lost his left front suspension, bits of steel and spring bouncing out of that car onto the track.
Oh, and he goes straight into the wall, courtesy of the 46 of Nelson. We go red. And that'll be for that debris.
Yeah, spring on the track in corner 3 and some other front suspension stuff out of that Christchurch car. It got a big hit and saw the spring launch up into the air and land.
Hell. Oh, yeah, see it, yeah.
Just down there on turn 3 and 4. So Demetrius Amos, your leader, the 719. Harley Robb, the 991 in second. Your leader just coming out of turn number 4 there, the 719, Demetrius Amos. He's going to let Harley Robb get in front of him. Not a silly move. Look at that. Norton Gowans puts the 46 of Nielsen in and spins up in front of his teammates there. Not too much of an issue. They regroup. Still Amos and Harley Robb. The 719 and the 991 are your leaders. They'll come up on the 93 of Tomlin. The tank. Oh, swing and a miss. Both ways. So the Canterbury Crushers did a good job out in front, working together. Harley Robb, the 991. Demetrius Amos, the 719. The first Greymouth car. Dave Houston Jr., the 74, and the 107 of Colin Cameron. They're actually on the lead lap and behind the 2 Christchurch cars. So all it will take is one move from Tomlin, the 93 in the tank, holding one of these cars up to let their team through. Oh, another one. Swing and a miss again, both ways. Big shot from Gowans. We've lost the wheel from? It looks like that'll be from the tank, the left rear, is it?
Yeah,
Wheel guards on the track as well down in corner 1. That was the hit from wherever. Ripped the wheel guard and the wheel clean off the back of the tank.
Wow.
Norton Gowans with a huge shot
What a hit.
on Logan Tomlin.
Back here, there's bits on the track down here too.
Took out the wheel guard, took the left rear off as well. So we saw he done it the lap earlier. He took the swing to the right, swing to the left. He missed both cars. He's done it.
Swinging both ways.
Yeah, he's done it again. But this time, instead of just being the 2 cross-stretch cars, there's a third one.
Yep.
Norton Gowans following through and just demolishing.
Rog, this is from our era. It's a bit like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just a step to the right.
That's the one.
So look at this. We're going to pick it up on our Colonel Malone replay. Swings to the right, swings to the left, misses both cars. Here comes Norton Gowans straight through the middle, not even buttoning off. And served up.
There was a
Logan Tomlin.
Yep. Still got bits on the track just pumped.
He tried it left, he tried it right, he tried it 2 times in 2 laps.
Yeah.
But this time, following through behind the 2 lead cars, Norton Gowans is 73. Straight through.
And what did you think of that?
Oh, it's just a bit of a ride, eh?
A bit of a ride. You've broken your car.
Oh, well, that's what they're for, aren't they?
You're dead right there, mate. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Oh, how cool
And
is that?
we're going to go green again now. Your 2 leaders, the 991, the 719. Coming out of turn number 4. They're clocked up 6 laps this time round.
6 laps, yep.
4 to go. Norton Gowans, well, he shows what he can do with the front bumper. And he serves up Houston Jr.
Gee.
Boomfa, got him.
Wow.
That was a big shot there.
It was.
Norton Gowans on fire for the Christchurch, the Canterbury Crushers. Right, back to the leaders though, the 991. He's going to put the 46 in. Oh, he's got a first rollover.
Whoa.
Harley Robb, the man himself.
Yeah, he wasn't even.
Oh, he'd done it all on his own and he was
did,
leading.
Mate. He was. Did it on real.
He was putting the 46 of Josh Nielsen into the wall.
Yeah.
And the angle they went in on, that looks like it's even bent the bumper around the front there.
Oh, it is too. Right front. Yeah. Hell.
Oh, and Harley Robb, the race leader, rolls himself.
Damn. We got one, Minty.
Yeah, we got one. And if you look down there in corner 1, there's just a big hunk of steel coming off the 73C too. That from that hit down there, that ripped off that car.
Oh, look at this. We're watching the Colonel Malone replay. Harley Robb. So he's up the inside of Josh Nielsen.
Good on you, crowd.
And as they go into the wall on the angle, up and over he goes. He's hung himself on the wall there. He's out of the car. It takes someone like Harley Robb to do something like that, though. The guy that he is, he's an absolute animal.
They're right.
Yeah,
Well, look, Harley did that to himself. He did it all.
That's
The team managers over here. Was Harley given those instructions to do that to himself?
Not quite.
Not quite. Not quite is the answer about Harley Robb's role. That wasn't the plan.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, I mean, he's a Superstock Team Champs winner. He put on a show up there. Now he's putting on a show here in Stratford Speedway.
As he was.
Harley Robb, the 991.
Oh.
Minty's going to go down there and catch up with him.
Harley Robb, did you bite your tongue?
Yeah, I've got a bit of blood there, but hey, all right.
Yeah, all right. That was a Sharon word. That's good. You're allowed to say Sharon, not anything else. Here's one of your gloves, mate. You took him out and he sort of clipped you on the wall, right?
Yeah, he just clipped my front wheel there and we hit the wall a bit hard and rolled her over, but that's race and I'm sure the mid-shirts will bring home for us.
Yeah, looks all right. You'll fix it. Be out next.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah, that's it, Sharon. Sharon is the word, Sharon. The word Sharon, please. Sorry, folks. That's Sharon.
Yeah, look at that. There's plenty of damage too to that car. Look at that left rear hanging off the side of Harley Robb's car. Demetrius Amos, he's gone into defence now. And Colin Cameron just serves Amos into the wall. Nose first. So I don't know if there's problems there for the 719, but he just went into straight defence. Wow. Colin Cameron is your new race leader, the 107.
8 laps, flags on the way.
I tell you what, this is going to be a complete turnaround.
Look at this.
Colin Cameron Your race leader, Dave Houston Jr. in second. The Greymouth Grizzlies, they've turned this right around. They're running 1 and 2 and 3.
Oh, look at that car.
So here we go as they cross the line. The Greymouth Grizzlies. Colin Cameron will take the win.
Oh, I can believe that. How did that happen?
No doubt about Colin Cameron taking the win. The rest of the team still have to finish. Nielsen, Josh Nielsen, he's finished the 46. We'll just wait. We're waiting for the 74 to come round. Well, the 74s, actually brought the yellows on before the 74 actually got right around. So I'm not sure. He's been deemed a non-finisher, the 74. We'll have to wait for the official one on that because the 74's been deemed a non-finisher here.
You think they may have a review of that? Just the fact he was still moving and running, they probably went a little bit early with the yellows with the 3 running around.
Yeah, I think we'll have to check on that one. Greymouth Grizzlies have never been on the podium.
They're pretty happy. All the way from Greymouth. Great track. Something about some big meeting down there next year in the Eastern.
Yeah, New Zealand Stockcar champs down there. Is it the 10th and 11th of January? Down in Greymouth.
Look at the damage to these Christchurch cars. 95C coming off. Front suspension and left front, right front wheel, all ripped out of that. That's why he went in so hard. Had a suspension failure in that and front end steering failure. Same as the 119. Yeah, man, there's some damage. Greymouth though, are they happy or what?
The Palmerston North Humours taking on the Wellington Young Guns. The top 2 teams in Team Champs history. Here we go. The Palmerston North Humours, 6-time champions. 15P, Luke Myers. The 172 of Daniel Burmeister. 667 is Hamish McLeod. 722, David Lowe. And the 772 of Kyle Lamb. Brendan Lemoff, the 6th driver. Ian Parfitt, the manager. And of course, the Wellington Young Guns, the 7-time champions, the most winningest team. 51W, Ethan Levine. 52W, Keegan Levine. 53 is Josh Prentice. 54, Brendan Tye. 55, Josh Carhooley in the tank. The 6th driver, Bryce Jensen, the manager, Vern Boyce and Paul Gaskin. They're all lined up. Hamish McLeod has the pole for the Pumas.
Both cars on the infield needed no damage, just resting. Both resting babies' cars neither damaged.
Josh Prentice makes a start in this race, the 53 off the front row. Keegan Levine and Luke Myers off row 2. Daniel Burmeister and Brendan Tye off 3. Ethan Levine and Kyle Lamp off row 4. The grid set. Here we go, the match-up of the 2 dominant teams. And a great start there. Josh Prentice, Hamish McLeod goes in hard, thanks to Keegan Levine. That was a solid hit.
It was a big one.
McLeod's moving in the car, that's all right, the 667 driver. So out in front though, Josh Prentice, the 53, leading it from the 172 of Burmeister. Then we look back and it's the 52 of Keegan Levine and the 54 of Brendan Tye. Prentice straight through Hamish McLeod. The Young Guns on a dominant mission here. Ethan Levine caught up in between a tank sandwich and he feeds Kyle Lamp into the wall. Ethan Levine, the one-man wrecking machine, doing the job. Prentice getting pinned up by Burmeister. That opens the door though for Keegan Levine. Look at this, Ethan Levine straightens his teammate up, Prentice, who then in turn spins out Lamp. Burmeister's firing up as well. The Young Guns still running 1-2. They come up on Luke Myers to 15. Keegan Levine with a big shot. Dispatching Daniel Burmeister to the infield. Young Guns running 1-2-3. Looks like Brendan Tighe, some problems there, or is he just easing it off? Waiting for a gap to open, he does. Straight through onto Luke Myers. So Brendan Tighe the leader. Misses a gear, does Myers, and that allows Keegan Levine to go straight through. Brendan Tighe leading it. Josh Prentice, the 53 in second, gives Hamish McLeod another serve. Keegan Levine under a lot of attention from the two Puma cars of Burmeister in the 172 and the 15 of Myers. Now he's got a bit of assistance from his brother, the 51W. But the Young Guns still running 1, 2, and 3. Oh, they come together. That was a close one. They avoided a lot of damage there. Oh, look at this on the back straight. Ethan Levine's in the wall. Keegan Levine straight through Burmeister and Myers. Hamish McLeod's parked in that wall. That car's looking very sad, the 667. So Prentice and Tighe cross the line. The Young Guns at the moment, they're running 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, strong. 7 laps.
Kyle Lamb just can't catch Josh Prentice, and at the same time he gets spun round as the Young Guns. Putting on a great display of teams racing, 8 laps into this race. Ethan Levine now working on Daniel Burmeister. Puts him to the infield, and his 3 leaders go through. Great teamwork out in front here for the Young Guns. They'll collect the white flag this time round. Josh Prentice, the 53, your race leader. Brendan Tighe in second, Keegan Levine in third. Luke Myers now moves into the 4th spot. And all they've got to get past is Daniel Burmeister in the 172.
Oh,
they make it happen.
gee.
Big shot from Levine. Oh no!
Wow!
Myers gets him and he goes into the engine bay, but at the same time, Josh Prentice and Brendan Tighe, the 53 and 54, will take the win for Wellington.
Jeez, what a hit, mate.
Look at this, Ethan Levine trying so hard to push his brother across the line. Here he goes. Can he do it?
Yeah,
They get across. The 51 pushing the 52 over the line.
Wow.
That's what you call teamwork.
Yeah.
From the Levine brothers there, the Young Guns drove an outstanding race. Josh Prentice taking the win from Brendan Tighe. And we go back, it's showing Keegan Levine as a non-finisher again, as he was pushed across the line. Now they've moved him in spot now, so Wellington 1, 2, 3. Palmerston North 4 and 5. So that'll give the Wellington Young Guns 165 points to the Pumas 30.
That said, I lifted up the side cover of the Levine car and they put it down fairly quickly. That has ripped the whole manifold off the side of that car.
Woo, not surprised, mate. It was unreal.
The carburetor is laying underneath the motor at the moment. There's a hole in the radiator as well, so that has done some severe damage, that big hit.
Wow.
It's knocked off, it's broken off the steel work that covers the carburetor as well. That's all been smashed clean off the car. So I think we got a bit of footage of that, not too much before we sort of got to go away, Minty, but you can see it from here. Throw that camera at that and you, and hopefully we can get a shot of his zooms in there. You can see the side of that manifold on that car. Look at that, that is just absolutely toasted the 52W. Bit of work to fix that.
Yep, sounds like it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, of course, and the thing being is the wild car, the Wellington Young Guns, a great win from them. But now the problem being is the cars, they're not obviously allowed to leave the track in the break. So there's going to be some severe work go on with the 52 car of Keegan Levine.
Quick squiz at it. I think it's just the manifold's been smashed. I don't think there's much damage to the motor. So it's unbolt and redo, and probably hopefully we've got a spare carburetor as well. But yeah, a bit of damage to the inside of that car. It's fixable, but yeah, manifold on, manifold off, on, maybe, hopefully, cross fingers.
Porter off grid 5 and making up their row 3 with him off 6, Bevan Phillips.
So why Tyler Walker stood out in the first heat, the 1NZ, it was the diff locked up. They've done a full diff change on that car to get him back out there. 2NZ are marked up, he's just sitting this one out.
Mark Duffy put on a great display of blocking in that first race. Here we go. Last race of qualifying. Tyler Walker pushing. Mark Dunn to the infield and he gets a good jump away. Oh, Porter's gone round. Mark Dunn's gone round and Ryan Dickey went round with him, sorry.
Yeah.
So Tyler Walker leading the charge, the 1NZ car in front from Damien Hindstand and Hayden Barker. Stratford running 1, 2, 3. They come up on Joseph Carr to make easy work of him, spinning him out. Bevan Phillips pulls the Kiriga out for the team champs. He's the block car for this one. He'll cover them as they come round on the 15 of Ryan Dickey. In the wall, he sort of nudges Bevan Phillips. Hindstand sends him to the wall as well. Oh, look at this, Dickey's wide open. I thought Phillips was going to go for the dive bomb. No, it's Hayden Barker that does instead, the 84. Gets a huge shot at Dickey. The left front's completely gone now on the 15M.
Oh, it is too. Hell.
So the Stormers storming away out in front. The 1NZ of Tyler Walker, the 47 of Damien Hindstand. Bevan Phillips running in, shotgun in behind them. Oh, he had to back out of that one. He had Hindstand on the outside as he was about to serve up the 11 of Joseph Carter. Hayden Barker in the meantime. He's got Mark Dunn and Lee Porter on the back of him. Mark Dunn's in the third spot. They're trying to get rid of the 84.
Yeah, get rid of Hayden.
Tyler Walker, the New Zealand champion, leading the way. Bevan Phillips just covering the 11 of Joseph Carter again, letting Walker and Hindstand through.
Hayden Barker with the brakes on, down turn 3.
Around the outside of Dickey goes the 1NZ car. Nice and easy. Bevan Phillips has got some problems here. Look at this. Hayden Barker served up the 14 of Mark Dunn. 2 laps to go for the New Zealand champion, Tyler Walker.
Bevan Phillips holding up 2 cars out of turn 4.
White flag, 1 to go for the Stormers. Leading the way. Oh, look at that. Hindstand almost got collected by Bevan Phillips in turn 1. Hayden Barker serves Mark Dunn into the wall. Gives Ryan Dickey a punt as well for good measure.
Yeah.
Here we go, crossing the line for the checker though. Tyler Walker takes the win for the Stormers.
Yeah.
Damien Hindstand will take up second spot.
Oh, that's the way we like it.
Bevan Phillips
Served up high.
and Lee Porter just playing across the line there. So we'll look at this. Stratford take out 1, 2 and 3 so far in that race. Bay Park take out 4. concludes qualifying here at the New Zealand Stockcar Team Championship.
I'm down here with the chap who owns the thing that was going around the track making loud noises, making myself, Minty and Stu jump every single time. That's the beautiful tank behind us. I've got Ross here. Just tell us a bit about it. Where's it from? What's the background?
Okay, it's an American World War II tank, 1942. I restored it from a wreck, and now it's obviously completely mobile. So yeah, they were used during World War II by the New Zealanders. It has a 37mm gun, which you heard. Yeah, and we do a bit of reenacting with it, and yeah, you might also notice it's got 5 machine guns on board, so it's pretty well armed. Unfortunately, it's a little bit lightly armoured, so it was all right in the beginning of the war, but now, yeah, a little bit easy to shoot straight through, unfortunately, with a bigger tank. So,
how long did it take you to restore it?
It took me 20 years to restore it from a wreck to what you see now. So a lot of hard work, and but a lot of people helped me. But getting the parts obviously is tricky. There's not too many left. A lot of them went to scrap and got shot up as targets, or lost during the war, obviously.
How much does it? I mean, obviously, people go get the car service. It can cost anywhere between $100, $200. How much does it cost you to do a service on that sort of thing? What's involved?
Yeah, well, it's got an aircraft engine in it, so that uses 2 litres a kilometre, so it's pretty hungry on gas. So, and it actually uses quite a bit of oil as well, but radial engines tend to do that. So it's a 7-cylinder radial, 250 horsepower. So it came out of an aircraft. That's exactly as it came out of the aircraft into the tank. So yeah, and interesting. The tank will do about 60 kilometres an hour. So one of the faster, quite a fast for a tracked vehicle. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to drive, and it's good to be back here out in the Speedway. It's a lot of fun.
Great stuff. Thank you very much for your time. It's great to see this thing out here, Ross.
No, thanks very much. Cheers.
Right, I'm here with David Bacon, manager for the Gisborne Gladiators. You'd be very proud of the boys' effort today.
Yeah, very proud. They've driven really well together as a team and gelled really well, and a lot of boys have stepped up, which has been good to see.
Now, we just saw a bit of paper in your hand there. Who you going up against tonight first?
We got Greymouth tonight first, so can't take them lightly. You've seen what they did to Christchurch, or what Christchurch did to themselves. It's got Greymouth here, but either way, they had to be there to put the pressure on to make that happen.
And how are the boys feeling going into this first round?
Excited. Yeah. I think I got the nerves and they got the excitement.
What's the tactic for the team? What's the plan?
No damage.
No damage. That's always the way. We appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, and we'll hand it over to Captain Ethan Rees, of course, former New Zealand stock car champ. How are you feeling going into tonight?
Oh, as Dave said, the boys are excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to get into it, eh?
Good stuff. Obviously, the cars, you came through with no damage. Everything's looking great.
Yeah, no major damage, just a little bit of steelwork here and there, but you expect that in a first night team, so it's good. It's good.
What did you guys do to the car, if anything, over the break that we had?
A couple of boys done a couple of side row repairs. I just done a couple of weld ups, pulled the body off, checked the fuel pump and stuff like that. So the normal pre-checks, and pretty happy really, so get into it.
You guys are really chilled and really chillaxed. It's great. We're all getting ready to go. Excited.
Yeah, it actually is quite a chilled bunch here. We've got Dad, as you know, in the background over there. He's keeping us at bay, and we actually got nothing loose, so we're here to take it to Gisborne, so just bring it on.
Good stuff. You guys have won it twice before. We're sure you can do it again. Best of luck tonight.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Callum Flavel with me, who's been doing a lot of work today. Actually, you come away with a win of the Rascals earlier on. Must have felt good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's always good to get a win against Auckland. They're a tough component, and yeah, it's it's good. Good teamwork, eh? And the 3-hour break's been definitely teamwork. It's to get these cars back ready for this final night, and one night it's hard work.
That's absolutely right. Just talk us through that last lap. What was going through your mind? Because I don't think you knew where you were or what was going on.
No, I actually thought I'd got Gary a couple of laps prior, and obviously saw the white lag wasn't dropped for me, and yeah, I couldn't do much to catch him and just hope that Mig picked him up, and he did. So yeah, just managed to just miss Gary as he came off the wall on that last corner and take the win, so it was good.
Obviously great morale boost for the team, for yourself and the team going into finals tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's good. We got a lot of damage and the team worked well together, so no, it's good. And Munchies Express has been feeding the crew, so that's awesome. Good food.
Head on down to Munchies Express. Look, Callum, to yourself and the rest of the team, best of luck tonight.
Hey, cheers for that, Billy, and yeah, hopefully we come away with the win overall. Take it back to Rotorua.
That'd be great. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Look, there's nothing better than sitting in the crowd and sitting with a whole group of good spectators. What do you like? What's your name?
Steve.
Steve, what do you like about this team stuff?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, and it just goes everywhere each year that someone wins it, rather than the Stockcar teams in Palmy and Auckland. So, yeah, here we are this year, and next year we'll be somewhere else, hopefully.
Well, Stratford wouldn't think so, but you're sitting right in front of where all the corner and damage has been down here in corner 1.
A lot of fun, awesome.
Good action.
Yeah.
What about the crowd behind you? They're very noisy up there, or they're a bit quiet?
They're a bit quiet. They're more noisy over that side.
So they're the noisy ones down here. So what you're saying is these blokes behind you and ladies aren't noisy at all?
Excuse me?
Yeah, no, they're all right.
What about you? You like this stuff?
Oh yeah, I love my motorsport, and yeah.
So who do you support?
Huntley.
I know that. I was just trying to say and get everybody on our side. Yeah, look, there's a few Waikato people around here. I thought we'd pick out Waikato to start with just to get a balance of the world. But I think there's a few Stratford people that really wanted to stay here. I'm just going to tell you, Huntley's probably not going to take it home.
No, we don't.
No, bugger.
Oh, we'll try. Hey, look, great to have you here, being part of a great event here at Stratford. We'll keep going around and seeing a few of the great people that are here at Speedway tonight.
Right, I'm here with Auckland Alley Cats manager Jeff Cook. Lots of damage, Jeff, to the team after that first round.
Yeah, especially Brad's car, that was pretty trashed. They're still fixing it now, so hopefully we've got about another 10 minutes and the body will be on and ready to go.
How are the boys feeling going into tonight? Obviously it can be a little bit, the morale could be down a little bit after a bit of a tough opening sort of round, so how do you defeat that going into tonight?
Yeah, we're really disappointed that we didn't qualify, we was aiming coming to win it, like every other team, but they're all right. They've gone out and they're out to win this Tier 2 now.
Of course, you can't discount the Auckland Alley Cats anywhere they go because they are a really good team, but unfortunately not the year for you guys.
Yeah, no, not this year, so hopefully they'll regroup and we'll do a bit better at Peter Barry's this year and maybe take that. It'd be good.
And of course you guys couldn't have done it without all of your sponsors. Who looks after you?
Yeah, we got heaps of sponsors on board. We got I forgot half of them. So we got Mac Motors and we got the Wearing family. They've put a lot in this year. Cyclone Fencing, Above All Electrical. There'll be a couple I've forgotten, which unfortunately my memory's not as good as it used to be. So, but we appreciate all they do and all the support we get from the crowd and all our supporters back home.
Great, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully things go your way next time round.
Yeah, cheers mate, thank you.
So we're going to look at the Auckland Alley Cats team and lining up for the Alley Cats. It's the 8A of Logan Pete in that awesome flat chassis. Then we've got the 32A of Brad Waring, not on track at the moment. 74A is Dave Moore. 95A Gary Lonergan. Keegan Orr's out there in the 735 car. There's 6 drivers, Brad Simpson and the manager Jeff Cook. If we quickly look to the Bay Park Bulldogs as well, it's the 11M car, Joseph Carter. 12M is Dan Pollock. 13M Lee Porter, 14M Mark Dunn, Ryan Dickey in the 15Ms, Todd Hemingway is the 6th driver and Michael Stock the manager. They're down there at the pit gate, the 3-minute bell, making every last minute count of those repairs from earlier in the day. Are we waiting for bang on 7 o'clock, are we, Roger?
Not quite sure what we're waiting for, mate. We're all set ready to go here.
We're waiting for the Tonkin countdown, please.
Ah, yes.
The final countdown.
Sharon.
So if you've tuned in to the stream as well, a big welcome to you all. And we're going to go green for the first race on finals night.
There you go.
Dicky on the picks. Dave Moore gets away. And it'll be Dan Pollock chasing after him. Look at this, they're all sitting on the brakes. Keegan Orr's trying to get out of there. Gary Lonergan finally gets underway, takes out Dicky, not even bothered in trying to run. Look at this, Dave Moore, there you go, fast, I tell you there, Roger.
Oh.
Pollock, he's fine as well. Round the outside of Pete and Lonergan. Oh, and he spins it up, he must have just got clipped. Lonergan into this front. The Bay Park team, they don't know what they're doing. There's hand signals galore down here in front of us between Dicky and Joseph Carter. But Dave Moore, he's got their car well and truly hooked up. The 74 machine leading the way for the Auckland Alley Cats. Dan Pollock still in second, the 12 car. Logan Pete in the 8A sitting in third. Problems here for the 15M of Ryan Dickey.
Red light. Brake disc. Lonergan's brake disc was on the track in corner one. Yeah, something just ripped that front wheel clean off, and the brakes and everything else fell off.
Here we go, look at that. It actually just come off by itself. He's hit the wall.
Yeah.
On exit of 2, and that wheel's just dispatched off by itself. Dave Moore, your leader, the 74A car, coming around in front of the pit gate now with Keegan on the 735 in front of him. Dan Pollock, well, he was sitting in second. I don't think he's going to be there for much long with that left front gone. The Bay Park Bulldogs is just really not going their way at all now. Dave Moore leading. Logan Pete moves up into the second spot. Dan Pollock just really struggling to even get the car off the infield back onto the track. Keegan Orr now moves up into third. So Auckland, they're actually running 1, 2 and 3.
1, 2, 3.
5 laps down. Let's see if Bay Park can just turn on some action and entertain the crowd. The Alley Cats will be out for point to prove, just missing out on qualifying by 5 points. But for now, they're driving absolutely superb here in Tier 2. The 74A, your lead car, Dan Pollock's going to have a go now with his 3-wheeler. He's got Keegan Orr to the outside of him. He's going to crack. Keegan Orr, he's going to follow him in off the end of turn 1. That was huge. Oh, a solid shot there, bounces straight out of it. Pollock was going straight after Dave Moore. Lonergan's gone round on the infield. The 13M, he's pulled infield as well, Lee Porter. The Auckland team pretty much a clear track with Keegan Orr putting Pollock into the wall. You see Pollock's hand just sort of wave up as if to say, I've got nothing, mate. The 11 of Joseph Carter pulls onto track. His left front's gone as well. White flag, 1 to go though for Dave Moore, the 74 car. Look at this, Dan Pollock, he just doesn't give up. He's still on it. That left rear's rubbing as well. But nothing doubts the leader here. Dave Moore takes another checkered flag for the Auckland Alley Cats here tonight.
Lonergan still waiting on that flat tyre.
Logan Pete finishes up in second spot. Keegan Orr crosses the line in third. And Dan Pollock, big round of applause for the 12M.
Yeah.
He gave it everything. He finishes up in fourth, Lonergan in fifth. A good run there, good start from the Alley Cats. Round of applause to them, the Auckland Alley Cats. Big round of applause too to Dan Pollock and the Bay Park Bulldogs. I told you, Roger.
Yeah.
Nothing stops the swaps, and he didn't stop, did he?
He didn't stop it.
Well, one more race in Tier 2, and then we hit the quarterfinals. look at the Canterbury Crushers. The 73C, Norton, Gowans. Then we go back to the 95C of Alex Rondell. Demetrius Amos, the man, in the 719. 919 is Troy Curry. 991, Harley Robb. The 6th driver, James Gowans. And their manager, Mary Ellen Robinson. That's your Canterbury Crushers team. Your Waikato Raiders. Replacement driver in the 8H car, as we've been told. 8H is now Nevin Shrub in for Larry Henderson.
73 is a 6th driver. 73 is their 6th driver as well in there.
There we go, the 15H. Hadley Dixon will be piloting the 15H. Brad Philpott in the 24. Clinton Cheatham in the 36. Barry Rhodes in the 46. As we say, Nevin Shrub, the 6th drivers now in the 8H. And Lance Moore is the manager. So, Minty, you were saying the 6th driver in for the Canterbury Crushers.
Yeah, in the 73C.
So that'll be James Gowans in for Norton Gowans. Second of our Tier 2 races. Over 10 laps. Another one on the picks there. That's Brad Philpott. They're all doing it. In the meantime, the 95 Alex Rondell gets out into the lead. Demetrius Amos into that 2nd spot as they pull away from the Waikato Raider cars. Hadley Dixon in chase. The 46 has dropped off the pace to get into blocking. Barry Rhodes, it looks like Clinton Cheatham will take up that last running position for the Raiders. Not a lot going on at the moment. Gowans and Curry working on Philpott in the 24. That's about it for now. Oh, look at this. Curry gets Philpott into the wall. The flat chassis just keeps on trucking through. Yeah. And he's going to catch up to Gowans, spins him up, puts himself in hard as well. Rondell is your leader from Amos. And they come up on Barry Rhodes. See you later, they give him. The 95 goes through, and the 719 as well. They're your 2 leaders. Clinton Cheatham in this 3rd spot, the 36H. Comes up to the back of Troy Curry in the 919. Gowans and Philpott are in the wall down there in turn 4. Oh, look at that. Barry Rhodes puts himself in big time in turn 3. Your 2 leaders have got a bit of a clear track. Circulating, doing their thing. Cheatham's coming up to the back of Troy Curry now. Oh, Philpott's off the wall. Misses the 2 leaders though. And look at this. Troy Curry picks up the 3rd placed Clinton Cheatham. Moves into the wall, his own teammate gets through. James Gowan running in front of his leaders there. So the 73 car running shotgun for the 95 and the 719. Oh. Big shot down there in 3.
Got a bonnet.
Bonnet's up on Troy Curry's car. And another huge shot on Philpott from Gowans. Reds are on. Malone replay, as we say in the commentary position. That was a huge shot on Troy Curry from Brad Philpott, and as he was coming out of it, hit 2, James Gowans just dived into him on turn 3. We'll get this replay once again. Troy Curry out wide, Philpott takes a dive. Actually, Barry Rhodes goes with him as well. And Philpott leaves himself wide open, and James Gowans with that hard right turn. Your lead cars are still the 2 Canterbury cars. We go green. They're going to let the 919 continue. That bonnet's still on. They'll be keeping a close eye on it. The 46 Barry Rhodes puts them in the wall anyway. Now the 2 Huntley cars that are running, of course they're going to keep running because they know they're in position, but they won't realise for a bit where they are on track. Demetrius Amos slowed up for a bit. I think he realises he can probably just keep going because they're 8 laps into it. Oh, now the bonnet's off.
Bonnet's off.
So that's going to bring the reds. Of course, the bonnet needing to stay on for safety reasons. So 95. Alex Rondell takes the white. Demetrius Amos in there behind him in the second spot. Pretty much clear track ahead of them. In fact, when the 46 of Barry Rhodes crosses the line, it will be clear track ahead of them. So the Canterbury Crushers, they'll take out their Tier 2 race against the Waikato Raiders, first and second as well, just for good measure. All right, crowd, it's the first quarterfinal. Let's get into it.
The big one.
Who's here for the Kihi Crusaders?
Not
and
bad.
who's here for the hometown heroes, the Stratford Stormers?
Whoa, listen to that.
Oh, the Kihi Crusaders, they're up against a team in a crowd. The first of our quarterfinals. 10 laps. Here we go. Right step. The 2 of Duffy is off. He's got Ellis chasing him hard there. Bevan Phillips. He's got Josh Walsh on the outside of him. Down the back straight. Big impact there. Big impact with the 2 leaders as well. The 73 is your leader now. Problems there for the 2NZ. Kihi are running 1 and 2. Tyler Walker, the 1NZ, is your blocker for Stratford so far. Ben Ellis, your leader. 74, Aidan McPherson in second, but charging hard. Hayden Barker is lining up. The 74 of McPherson. Let's look at your leader though. He's come up against the 1NZ of Tyler Walker, and he gets round him. McPherson goes 2, puts himself in. Hayden Barker takes the shot, gets it done. Ben Ellis, he's going to need some help because we've lost Carl Hodge to the infield. Ellis comes up on the 2NZ now, down the back straight. Has a play of the 2NZ and leaves himself open. Tyler Walker gets him. He'll have to get that clutch and get the gear because Hayden Barker and Bevan Phillips now go into the lead. Oh, look at that, Josh Walsh with a huge shot on Walker. Stratford are now running 1 and 2. Kihi sitting in second and third. Josh Walsh is going to have to haul up here.
Tyler's moving.
The 2NZ of Duffy protecting his teammates. Now the pack racing begins for the Stormers. The 77 of Josh Walsh, she's going to have to back off because it's Ellis and McPherson. They're the 2 lead cars for Kihi. It's first across the line. Oh, look at that huge shot from Walsh on Duffy. And the 2NZ still going. Sounding pretty second hand.
Yeah, it is, mate.
The Stormers though, 7 laps down, 3 to go. The Kihi Crusaders, they're doing nothing about it. The 77 pulls to the infield. So the Crusaders are down to 2 cars.
Smoke from Tyler Walker.
The 1NZ, he's pumping his fist, but they've still got 2 laps to go.
Left
The 74 of McPherson, he's hauling up now. The Scrappers are the Stormers though. Pack racing. The 1NZ will be the first car on the blocker. White flag, 1 to go. McPherson gets a good shot from Walker. Walker up the inside, puts McPherson to the wall. He gets Barker and Phillips through. The Stormers coming out of turn 4. They're going to take the win. The Stratford Stormers into the semi-finals.
Yay!
There you go, Roger.
I'm happy.
So Stratford with a very convincing win over Kihi. Kihi looked promise at the start.
Yeah,
they were running 1-2 for a while there.
Yeah, they were.
They lost Carl Hodge very early in the race, the 72 car. That was a game changer. Ben Ellis, he actually finished on the same lap, still completing all 10.
Well, if we can, we'll have a quick interview with the managers over here. The Gisborne manager will start with. Any nerves, Sir Bacon?
I've got the nerves that the boys are all excited to get on and do it.
So what did we say to them to get him calm just before you come out?
We stopped out to the pub and, you know, had a sit-down meal and relaxed.
Okay, so what did you really say?
But they know exactly what they're doing. We don't have to tell them. Pete doesn't have to tell them what to do. They've got it under control.
Is Pete controlling or telling them what they might need to do? Is he mentoring them?
He is a very big help in the mentor role and big part of the plans.
Right, let's dive across here to the Greymouth. You're in the semi-finals, man. Is this the dream or what?
Oh, I was pretty surprised, to be fair, eh? We just come here to compete and, you know, do the best we can. And I think, yeah, a lot of the boys are pretty surprised that we're going. It's good, eh? Really, really appreciate all their effort they put in and all everyone that's helped us, eh? So it's good.
One car short?
Yeah, just that last tank that got hit, eh? Just put a big hole in the intake manifold and sort of destroyed the Harley engine. So that's already half out, and that sounds like it's going to get dropped off on the way to Brian on the way back through. So. Yeah.
All right, mate. Good luck, eh? Really nice to have you in the quarters and all the way up from Greymouth. They're doing the damage.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. Cheers.
There you go. Two very good managers out here. No nerves. They're friendly to each other, and Gisborne has both.
So here we go. The Greymouth Grizzlies on the west coast of the South Island. It's 11M. It'll be the 46 car, Josh Nielsen. The 74 of Dave Houston Jr. Colin Cameron's in the 107. The 191 is Dylan Robb. We're missing the Logan Tolman tank, as we heard before. Tony Stanton, their sixth driver tonight. And Shane Olsen, the manager. The Gisborne Gladiators. Your former New Zealand champion, two-time winner, Ethan Rees in the 61G. 62 is James Kirk. Mason O'Dwyer in the 63, Ben Holt the 64, 65 is James Clark, Gordon Fleetwood the sixth driver, and Dave Bacon the manager. Those are your two teams lining up for quarter-final number 2. The winner takes on Stratford Stormers in the semis. Both Ethan Rees and James Kirk have won this event before in 2015, 2016, both members of the Gisborne Giants Superstock team as well. They'll need every bit of that experience to get through here. We go green, good jump there by Ethan Rees. Cleared away from Dylan Robb in the 191. The 46 and 63 having a play here. These are going to be your two block cars by the looks of this one. Ethan Rees, though, clearing out. Whoa. Big shot there, Colin Cameron.
Missed him.
On Ben Holt. He got him. Doesn't look like there's too much effect on the 64, actually goes round, so has that dropped the pan out on the rear? One of the rods could have dropped there and lost the rear end. It looks a bit loose.
It's moved the diff. It has moved the diff.
Rees, look at this, up the inside and fires. Josh Nielsen into the wall as well. We talk about Pete being the man on the mission this weekend. Ethan Rees, he's been the man on the mission for the Gisborne Gladiators, getting the job done out in front. Second spot is Dylan Robb in the 191. Only about 100 metres behind, but he's going to have to come up on the 63 of O'Dwyer first. Up the inside he goes. Oh, he puts him in the wall actually, so Dylan Robb, the second place car, getting involved in the blocking action. The 74 taking the long way off the infield there in the back straight. And Rees, Ethan Rees. Oh, look at this. Dylan Robb's got Mason O'Dwyer up, but Dwyer straight up and over. We go red. We're going to go red here. So we'll go green again. Ethan Rees, 61, is your leader. He's got two of his block men in front of him, James Kirk and Ben Holt doing the business. course, he's raced with James Kirk many a times in various teams races.
Taken off for backing up and driving over, correct, Stu?
And now he's sandwiched in between his teammates there is Ethan Rees. Colin Cameron, the 107, is in the second spot, and he is the lead Greymouth car. Ethan Rees just leading his team through. They'll get the job done. Very good race reading here from the 61, the former New Zealand champion. Oh, round goes Josh Nielsen, thanks to Ben Holt. Gisborne really preserving the cars here in this one. There's going to be a couple of fresh teams in this next teams race in the semi-final. They managed to hold on to this lead they've got. They'll come up against Stratford. White flag, one to go for the 61. Holt now is going to manoeuvre 191 Dylan Holt. Rob. Ben Holt was the one that went round, and as Ethan Rees backs off, lets James Kirk through. Big shot there from Kirk. And that lets Ethan Rees through, takes the checker. And the Gisborne Gladiators, they will defeat the Greymouth Grizzlies. And take on the Stratford Stormers.
I think the Gladiators are great too. It's going to be a hell of a fight with the Stratford, but you saw some frailties, not frailties, but you saw some maybe chinks in that Gisborne armour in that heat. There are a couple of times where the Greymouth guys put some big hits in with the Gladiators, let themselves sort of exposed out by the wall. But again, we saw that from Kiki on Stratford as well, so it's first across the line, but man, what a finish, eh? There they are, Gisborne Gladiators coming around, all the fans down there. They've got 5 cars running and a little bit of work to do.
So here we go, the two teams up against each other, your 7-time champions, the Wellington Young Guns, 51W Ethan Levine, 52W Keegan Levine, 53 is Josh Prentice, 54 Brendan Tye, 55 Josh Kahui in the tank, the 6th driver is Bryce Jensen, your managers Vern Boyce, and the man out on the infield, Paul Gaskin. The Palmerston North Pumas, they've won the event 6 times. 15 is Luke Myers, 172 is Daniel Burmeister, the 667 is Hamish McLeod, 722 David Lowe, Kyle Lamp in the 772, 6th driver Brendan Learmoff still not out there on track at the moment as we heard, Burmeister's in the car, and the manager Ian Parfit. Let's see what they can do on track. We go green. Ty gets the jump there. David Lowe's gone with him. Kyle Lamp set on the picks there in the 772 tank. 54-year race leader for now. And in chase is David Lowe, the 722. Keegan Levine playing the block roll at the moment. Now he gets the speed up. Look at this, we got 2 young guns round in turn 2. Prentice and Kahui. Kyle Lamp's off with them as well. Ty still leading it from David Lowe. Keegan Levine in second. Then he's got 2 Pumas behind him. Levine doing a great job here. Look at this. The Pumas, they all go through now. Wellington, just the 1 car in the lead, and that's Prentice. That's Ty, the 54. Prentice in the 53. I'm unsure what's going on there, but he's going to have to haul up and protect his teammate because there's cars charging from catch him behind the 54. Brendan Ty driving a great race there. David Lowe doing everything he can to try and catch him. Now Prentice is slowing up a bit. Keegan Levine slowed up. Kahui's in the wall backwards. Completely different tactics in this race from the one earlier in the day. Kahui's got problems. The 55 tank not moving. Ty still leading it. Levine, he's got Myers in the wall. Oh, look at this. David Lowe shoots Keegan Levine to the wall. Prentice spins out. Lamb. So now Brendan Tighe has a wingman in front of him. Josh Prentice. Kahui's got the tank fired up. David Lowe still your lead Puma car, about 50 metres in behind Brendan Tighe. The young guns, they're running side by side, Levine and Kahui. Here comes Prentice to fire through. The 53, he's going to get amongst it. They're going to protect Tighe. He worms his way through, gets through, does the 54. Now, can they pick up Lowe? They don't. The young guns leave, David Lowe alone. 7 laps down. Brendan Tighe still leading it. David Lowe in second, lying in wait now. It'll be Kyle Lamb. Let's see what Tighe can do. David Lowe's right in behind him. He's got 2 tanks to get through by himself. David Lowe's your race leader, the 722. The Puma's going to the lead. Prentice pushes his own teammate out wide. Tighe came under attack from Prentice. Your lead car, 722. Brendan Tighe still in second, but he's got a lot of work to do. White flag, 1 to go for the Pumas. We could be in for a shock upset here.
Oh, turn 3, Prentice roll.
Prentice up. He's not over yet. The Reds are on though. As we catch on our upstairs replay, Myers, he just dug into that track and went over thanks to Josh Prentice. Shot from Josh Prentice on Luke Myers. Right, here we go. The greens are on. The young guns, they've got to pick up the right car without crossing the line. There's 2 of them. They've got to get David Lowe. Josh Prentice, he stops them, but he doesn't make it work. The Pumas go through to the semi-finals. The young guns are eliminated. Upset. We have an upset.
Luke Myers, that's one hell of a roll, and Prentice parked on top of you. Do you feel that coming?
Yeah, I saw him there, and next thing I know, I'm over. But yeah, what an awesome race.
A win, that makes it feel good?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Get on the car, mate.
Yeah, cool.
Man, oh man, that was a big shot. Myers just dug in and barrel rolled, but hey, at the end of the day, the Palmerston North Pumas came away with the win. They're into the semi-finals, and we'll find out very soon who they'll come up against.
Just update, Stu, changed Andrew Powell down here, changed to your drivers, Andre Stenson.
Yeah, Daniel Malling's in Andre's car in the 83, Andre's feeling a bit crook, can hardly stand up, so the young fella gets a spin.
Okay, mate, how's the nerves?
Good as gold.
You've done this before, eh?
No.
Couple of times.
Hey, these boys are just out doing what they do, and how it turns out, we hope for the best, eh?
Tony Galasher, you all right, mate?
Yeah, I'd much rather be in a car, to be honest, Minty.
Well, they're doing a lot of work. What was the talk before you head to the boys?
We don't talk about that, do we? We don't talk about talk.
You didn't talk about talk, you talked about barbecues.
We talk the talk, but we don't talk about the talk.
Okay, mate, just a question, no changes. How's the cars? 3-4 side rails on today?
Yeah, we did quite a few full side rails and half side rails in the half-time break, if you want to call it anything. A few pressed wheel gates straight and stuff like that, but other than that, the O'Connell motors are all going strong and boys are all feeling good. So
happy where you're at?
Yeah, where I'm at, no standing here, but where the boys and the team are, yeah, absolutely. I think they're feeling good, we're feeling good, and good luck to the Miani guys, good luck to the rest of the guys out there. I mean, how awesome has today been?
It's been brilliant. Hey, look, and the thing is, any teams racing, you just saw that last one, Palmy Wellington, things happen.
Yeah, we had to keep a close eye on that one because obviously ourselves or the Maulers will be against the winner of that race. So congratulations to Palmy making it through. We did watch it very carefully. So yeah, Brent Stewart's out in the crowd there. He's helping me with a few strategies this weekend.
And of course, your sixth driver is Sam Pearson, not Brent this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, I have heard a couple of times. A couple of people have told me. Yeah, so Brent sold his car. He removed himself from the actual driving team altogether this weekend. Sammy Pearson is our sixth driver. So yeah.
Good luck, mate.
Thanks very much.
Andrew, good luck, buddy.
Cheers, thank you.
There it is, Miani and Rotorua. They're about to do it. Stewie, over to you.
So here we go, the front row. 535, Robbie Morris in the 84 of Cameron Swift, Regan Penn in the 85, and Michael Rumney the 835 on row 2. 353 of Steve Gray in the 82 of Brett Loveridge on 3, and off the back, Daniel Melling will start with Callum Flavel. Who's here for the Rascals? Who's here for the Miani Maulers? Let's go racing. Robbie Morris gets the jump on the picks this time round. It's the 84. Cameron Swift, Michael Rumney, he's off and gone. Callum Flavel will join him. So, Robbie Morris will lead it. Regan Penn in second. Couple of Rotorua cars. It'll be Michael Rumney and Callum Flavel sitting in third and fourth. Look at this, Steve Gray takes care of Swifty, Cameron Swift. Look at this, lets Regan Penn catch up. Oh, he goes over. He goes over the front of Robbie Morris. Problems for Regan Penn now. The Rascals are running 1, 2, 3. Robbie Morris pulls to the wall with issues as well. Brett Loveridge chasing hard in the 82 car. Robbie Morris has got a right front flat in the 535. Michael Rumney, the race leader. Callum, oh, look at this round the outside of Swift. He came out of nowhere. Rumney collects him. Fires up and off he goes again. Callum Flavel, a great block job there in the 385. Loveridge now gets free. Sitting in the second spot. Rumney still the leader in the 835. Cameron Swift still facing the wrong way here in turn 4. Robbie Morris doing his best with that right front flat. Loveridge is chasing hard on Rumney. Action aplenty. Flavel, he's got Melling in the tank tied up. Steve Gray pushes Regan Penn to the infield. Actually, we've lost Melling and Swift to the infield as well. The Rascals putting on a dominant display here. Protecting their man as well. Loveridge working his way through the Rascal block cars pretty good too. The Mauler, the 82 car. But Rumney, 6 laps down. Oh, huge shot. Whoa. Steve Gray on Loveridge, the second place car. Hoon's back across the infield to rejoin where he came on. Rumney still leading, 7 laps down. Second place, still Loveridge. Flavel doing a good job holding up Regan Penn and Cameron Swift. Robbie Morris to the infield again. Rumney ticks off another lap. He's got a full lap lead over his nearest rival. Oh, came so close, and he might have actually collected the front of Steve Gray in the 353. White flag, 1 to go. To the 835, we got the reds on. The reds come on. And they'll head to turn number 3. Looks like there could be some debris out on the track there, the way they're heading over. Yeah, there's a wheel guard. So we're missing a wheel guard on one of the cars. Looks like it's Callum Flavel. So, officials still sitting down there in turn number 3. Here we go green though. Michael Rumney, the 835. He's got one Mauler car in front of him. He's got he's got no Maulers cars in front of him. And Michael Rumney sends the Rotorua Rascals through to the semi-finals to take on the Palmerston North Pumas. What a race that was. Rotorua, I'd say they're going to have a bit of fixing to do. They'll come up against a pretty on par Palmerston North Puma team as well. teams out on track, the Auckland Alley Cats. 3-time champions, led by the 8A of Logan Peat. 32A we see joining them back on track, Brad Waring. 74A, David Moore. Gary Lonergan in the 95A, Keegan Orr in the 735, Brad Simpson the 6th driver, Jeff Cook the manager for the Auckland Alley Cats. The Wanganui Vulcans. 6V, Dion Mooney. 9V, Sheep Swan. Trezar and Ryland Annabelle in the 33V. Rob Mason in the 34V. Mason James in the 53V. Trent Palamountain's the 6th driver. And the man on the infield, Mike Annabelle, with his co-manager, Francis Potaka. That's the Wanganui Vulcans team. And we go green. Dion Mooney, straight putting Dave Moore in the wall. Mason James, the 53, shoots into the lead, but Keegan Orr chasing hard. He's going to take a bit of a dive in 3. Not close enough. Look at Logan Peat. Logan Peat on the picks. On the brakes, Mason James squeezing through. Right round the outside he goes. Look at the 53. Wow. On fire. Great driving, Mason James.
That was astounding.
Right round the outside of 3, Auckland Alley Cats. David Moore up the inside, can't get him. Mason James, now he's on a run of his life because here comes Dave Moore, tags the rear and misses. Wow. What a drive from the 53. He's got Mooney in front of him. Mooney will come up against Lonergan. Mason James round the outside again. Full of confidence. And he's still going.
Still going.
They collect Dion Mooney instead, do the Alley Cats. Second place is still Keegan Orr in the 735. But your leader is Mason James in the 53. We're 4 laps into it. Straight round, Lonergan clips him in the front. Now Dion Mooney. He's going to join in with Mason James here. We'll get some teams action going on, some tactics, some side-by-side work. Logan Peat picks up Trezar Ryan Annabelle, turn 3. Smokes him. Lonergan's pulled to the infield. Mason James gets through on Peat. Oh, Mooney just squeezed through. That's a grey area. Mason James still leading. He's going to catch up to Dave Moore now. Probably the biggest threat he's had all race, the 74. And he gets him, but he goes round. So Keegan Orr will lead. Now Mooney's got to pick him up. Mooney's got to get the 735. But first, he himself has to get past Pete.
Doesn't have it, he's hooked up there.
Oh, Mason James has another shot and he goes round, courtesy of Logan Peat. Keegan Orr, 8 laps down. How things change. Mason James had the race of his life. And now Keegan Orr will come round. He's got to get past Trezar Ryland Annabelle first. Pushes him wide and gets in. White flag, 1 to go for the 735. Can Dion Mooney do anything about it? He's got one last shot, the 6V. No, he can't pick him up. So Keegan Orr will come round and take another win for the Auckland Alley Cats. So Auckland Alley Cats, they'll take the win.
Three laps left to go. It all changed in a dirty, great big hurry, didn't it? Wow. Auckland Alley Cats as they come around. Put your hands together, folks. There they are. Look, the Alley Cats. They did the damage. Wanganui had it, and Alley Cats came back and stole it. They stole it away with some great driving. So, Roger Tonkin, this is your first teams down here at Stratford since they've held the title. How are you liking this?
I'm loving this, mate. Loving this. This is absolutely unreal. We've seen some great racing this afternoon. Tonight continues. It's looking real good. I'm loving this, mate.
Team James Gowan is in the 73 car. 95 Alex Rondell, Demetrius Amos. 719 Troy Curry in the 919, Harley Robb in the 991. Hopefully Harley Robb has got that tongue issue under control.
Yeah.
The Bay Park Bulldogs, 11M, Joseph Carter, 12M, Dan Pollock, 13M, Lee Porter, Mark Dunn in the 14M, and Ryan Dickey, 15M. There's your two teams. Some fun facts. Here we go. Oh, look at this, Harley Robb's on the brakes, Ryan Dickey's on the brakes, and Demetrius Amos into the lead he goes. Dan Pollock chasing him, the 12 car, Harley Robb in third. Here we go, what's the 991 going to do? Up the inside. Is he going to try and race him or is he going to take him out? Oh, he's racing him. This is unusual tactics here from Harley Robb. It's all about points though, of course. Demetrius Amos leading it. Oh, now Harley Robb spins out the 12 of Pollock. That opens the door for Hemingway in the 14. Ryan Dickey in the wall with, looks like Troy Curry, the 919. Amos still leading it. Hemingway doing a great job in the 14 car. He's got Harley Robb behind him. Bit of cat and mouse gaming going on down in turn 1 and 2. Ryan Dickey gets away from Troy Curry. Harley Robb just trying to catch the 14. Driven by Todd Hemingway, the 6th driver in the car. Oh, look at this, the 95, Rondell. He tried to serve up the 11 of Joseph Carter. Carter got out of that one. He was heading straight for the apex of 1 and 2. Instead, he ends up head on in the pit gate. 5 laps gone for the 719, Demetrius Amos. Doing the business out in front. Resides in Wellington, contracting to Christchurch. Second place. Now Harley Robb in the 991. Look at this, Amos, he's got to get past 2 Bay Park Bulldog cars now. Side by side with the 11 of Joseph Carter. Carter pushes him to the infield. Harley Robb will go through to the lead. The 991 with 2 laps remaining. Ryan Dickey just racing there in front of Harley Robb. Not going to try and attempt to block him by the looks of it. Plenty of action going on elsewhere though. Oh, Harley Robb now, he tries to block him and Harley Robb spins out. The 15 of Dickey takes the white flag. Dan Pollock. Oh, Mark Dunn, sorry, Hemingway in the 14 now. Hemingway moves into second. The man who will come around and get the white, the checker, just hit the line. Wow, well that was interesting finish to the race. Harley Robb Well, he crossed the line, but he crossed the line on the grass over the pole line. We'll wait and see what happens there. Mark Dunn was on the lead lap, the 14. Todd Hemingway driving that 14 car. Hemingway was on the same lap and finished right in behind Harley Robb. That block job by Joseph Carter right on the finish line of Harley Robb. Well, let's see. He could well have done it for the team. Still going on here to try and get the cars across the line. It's all done on points, remember, the second tier. You're going to get the 919's the only car that hasn't finished the race yet. They're giving him every bit of a chance to get across, and he does. So there we go, all 8 cars finish up the race. Hit the track. It's the Gisborne Gladiators. 61, Ethan Rees. 62, James Kirk. 63, Mason O'Dwyer. 64, Ben Holt. 65, James Clark. That's your Gisborne Gladiators team.
Just quickly, 65 will not be out. That car is still in the pits with electrical fault. It will not be out.
Here we go, still problems for the 65 car. The Stratford Stormers, the hometown heroes, the defending champions. 1NZ, Tyler Walker. 2NZ, Mark Duffy. 47, Damien Highstand. 72, Bevan Phillips. And the 84 of Hayden Barker. So who's here for the Gisborne Gladiators?
Johnny, last word.
Yeah, hey, best team wins, mate. They're all as good as one another.
Cheers, mate. Johnny,
Here we go, Ethan Rees pushing Tyler Walker to the infield. Gets going, Highstand goes round. Oh, Walker collects him. Ben Holt in backwards as well. There goes James Kirk into second. Rees and Kirk. They've worked together many a times. Look at this, Mason O'Dwyer pulls wide. He'll let Rees underneath him, he lets Kirk go. Pulls down at the bottom. First up on the ranks, it'll be Bevan Phillips to take him on. We've got a Gisborne car in the infield. That'll be Ben Holt. Phillips gets O'Dwyer around, here comes Rees on Walker, the current New Zealand champion, on the former New Zealand champion. Rees is looking around the outside of Walker, gets it done. And Kirk goes with him, so is there problems for the 1NZ.
Must be.
O'Dwyer rejoins the track now. Walker's giving chase to the 2 lead Gisborne cars. Here goes Rees, right out by the wall. Comes up on Hayden Baker. Spins, oh they both spin. Now Kirk's got the 1NZ next to him. The 2 Gisborne cars, they select the gear, they're off. Here comes Bevan Phillips though, the 3rd place car. James Kirk into that block roll now, Ethan Rees is your leader. Bevan Phillips now slots into 2nd, Kirk in 3rd. Highstand is your 4th place car. Rees, Ethan Rees doing the job for Gisborne. He needs some protection out the front though. Mason O'Dwyer's got a fire up against Bevan Phillips. Ethan Rees goes around the outside of Walker. He'll come up on Hayden Barker. Goes around the outside of him too. Bevan Phillips got by Mason O'Dwyer as well. James Kirk filling in that block roll effectively. Stratford, that Bevan Phillips is having trouble getting rid of Mason O'Dwyer off his back. Ethan Rees, 7 laps down, we got a rollover. Two Stratford cars on the back of James Kirk. Oh, Ben Holt, he's coming real hot around the outside of Hayden Barker. Oh, he took a dive at Tyler Walker, and look at the brakes.
Look at that.
Well, one thing we know for sure, the brakes on the 1NZ machine on Bruce, they're very effective.
No mercy, no mercy.
Here we go, we get the greens.
Here we go.
Wire straight looking at Bevan Phillips, but he's got the 1NZ of Walker to get through as well. Oh, he pushes him to the infield. Very effective. Now Rees on hindstand. Look at this, the 61 on the 47. Pushes him to the wall. Hindstand, he can't shake hindstand. Now puts him in the wall. The 61's off, but he's got the 1NZ chasing very fast. The 47's back on it. Ethan Rees under a lot of attention here. O'Dwyer's got Bevan Phillips tangled up. Ethan Rees is on the defence. He's got 2 Stratford cars boxing him in. Just 61 in the wall. 9 laps down. Phillips goes into the lead.
Yeah. Come on, come on.
Roger. Get them home. Rees has got to get going. He does. Bevan Phillips out there on his own.
Chucking everything at it.
Rees isn't giving up. This is interesting because the 2 Stratford cars are pulled on in front of the 61. Now Bevan Phillips, he's got the protection around him. What can Mason O'Dwyer do? The 63, it's up to him to stop. The white flag's out. 1 to go for Bevan Phillips in the 72. Up the inside. He's only got 1 Gisborne car to get past.
Go!
And he gets round him. Bevan Phillips is going to bring it home.
Come on.
Call it home, Roger.
Get him, Bevan, get him. Come on, Stratford, listen to that. Wow, stand up and yell. How good. Gee, what a battle. Oh, mate, that was a scrap and a half. Tough team to fight against Gisborne. Wow. Tyler walked on a flat tyre. Wow.
Rotorua Rascals. 353 Steve Gray. Callum Flavel in the 385. Robbie Morris in the 535. Shannon Orr in the 853. And Michael Rumney in the 835. The Palmerston North Pumas. 15 of Luke Myers. 172 Daniel Burmeister still on the infield there. 722 David Lowe. 667 Hamish McLeod. In the 772 of Kyle Lamb.
Sam Pearson's in the 535. Sam Pearson in the 535. 6 driver in.
Michael Rumney, Kyle Lamb on the front row. The greens drop. Lamb's on the brakes. Rumney's away. David Lowe with the big push. Up the inside goes the 835. Shannon Orr. Out of, oh, look at this. Michael Rumney gets put in a huge shot there. So the 835, Michael Rumney limps to the pole line. David Lowe is your leader in the 722. We go red. up. He's giving the thumbs up. Michael Rumney there. But your leader will be the 7-2-2. David Lowe just round here in 2-3. He himself gets put in by the 3-5-3, Steve Gray. Right, Steve Gray's pulled to the infield now. Palmy are running 1, 2 and 3. David Lowe, Hamish McLeod and Luke Myers. The Pumas, they've got the race under control.
Steve Gray car has stopped. Steve Gray's car has stopped.
Yep, the Steve Gray, the 3-5-3 on the infield there, we can see. Your leader, still David Lowe. Kyle Lamp in the tank, the man doing the block job. Hamish McLeod getting involved to help him out, hurrying the job up. Michael Rumney with a big shot on McLeod. Left front suspension gone in the 8-3-5. The 8-5-3 goes through. Michael Rumney's actually the lead car for Rotorua. So Rumney, the lead car for Rotorua. 7-2-2 though, David Lowe. Flying around the track. He himself comes up to Rumney. He's got McLeod in behind him. Fires in, Rumney off the end again. And McLeod with a big shot on him. What teamwork from the Pumas.
Yeah, it was.
Where was this earlier today? They've definitely regrouped at half-time, that's for sure. The two tanks down there on the third and fourth bend. David Lowe right around the outside of the lot of them. Another lap clocked off for David Lowe. 7 down, just over the halfway point. I tell you what though, Shannon Orr's clocking up laps. The 8-5-3 of Shannon Orr, that is. Just circulating, clocking laps up. There's only one behind. Now David Lowe up the inside of McLeod. He's got one in front, one behind. Michael Rumney lies in wait next. And Luke Myers has a shot at Rumney. Can Rumney take? Oh, Rumney just collects Low. Not enough though. Low up the inside as Luke Myers takes care of him. Rascals, they're trying a different tactic. They're going to go for the chase tactic. Hamish McLeod's parked in the middle of the track, out of turn 4. David Lowe well and truly has this race under control. Comes up on Rumney again. Sends him wide. Rumney's got no left front, so he can't get back down to the bottom as easy. McLeod still sitting in turn 4. White flag. 1 to go for David Lowe to send the Pumas through to the final. He's got a clear track in front of him. The Palmerston North Pumas are going to go to the final and take on the Stratford Stormers. Well, we didn't see this coming at the start of the day, Roger.
Certainly did. This is a massive change, mate. Huge turnaround. They're still battling it out down the back straight.
Ian, Tony, tough old night at the office, that one.
Yeah, it was a bloody good battle, wasn't it? Good for the crowd out there. So, yeah, we'll, I guess, get the cars back together and get out there for third and fourth.
Okay, mate. Hey, the Rascals been awesome, buddy.
Yeah, they look bloody good too. Obviously, we've got a lot of people to thank. First of all, Marcus and the Munchies Express team over the back. Make sure you guys go and have a feed out for Marcus. He really looked after this weekend, along with Mitch Vickery and his crew and family. Nola at Century Hill as well. Beautiful place to stay, guys, if you need somewhere where you come out of town. And obviously all other regular sponsors, Best Insulation, Wholesale Tyres. I can rattle on all night. HTE, TWS. We've got Bo Thompson, Recons, John Newton Panel and Paint, King Commercials, King Flooring. I'll go through that whole list.
So here we go, the race. The race, Wanganui taking on Waikato, the last of the prelim races, we call them, in the second tier. nothing short of entertainment though. Rob Mason, oh, he got the jump. Yeah, half spun, then corrected it. That was by Clinton Cheatham in the tank. Look at this, the 46 of Barry Rose. Look at Mason James. Look at the burnouts there, Roger.
Wow.
Well, there's plenty of smoke in that one. Oh, big shot there by Nevin Shrub.
No!
And
it's got to
he's
fall
up,
over.
not over.
Jeez, it didn't fall over. Oh, I thought it was gone.
Oh, I can see the disappointment on your face. He didn't quite get a roll over there. Nevin Shrub. What a weapon.
Wow. Ooh, wow.
The 8 from Huntley on fire. Clinton Cheatham though, he's your race leader in the 36 tank. We'll pick him up down the back straight. There he is. Coming up. Well, Mason James just moved out of the way there. Shrub in the 8 car. He's in second for the Waikato Raiders. Got one in the wall. It looks like it could be Hadley Dixon. He's in the wall in turn 3. Oh, another big shot from Nevin Shrub. This time on Mason James. He's driving the Larry Henderson 8H car. Clinton Cheatham, still your race leader, the 36 tank. Sheet Swan and Rob Mason just circulating. The 46 of Barry Rhodes pulls back on track. Interesting to see Wanganui. There's only the 2 cars circulating. Nevin Shrub, he's pushing that 8H to the limit.
He sure is. Listen to the car.
On form, oh, smoke coming from the Cheatham tank. Eight laps down, just a 10 lap of these tier 2 races. They'll come around and get the white flag, this time the 36 car. Clinton Cheatham. Nice comfortable win it will be when he comes around this time to get the... Oh, look, we got one waiting. Last shot doesn't happen from Sheet Swan. So it'll be Clinton Cheatham who'll take the win from Nevin Shrub in the 8H. Rob Mason, the 34B. Sheet Swan in the 9. Huntley. And 8th, but it's still going to be a heck of a team's race. 3 cars for Kiki. That's dedication. Harding's back out in the 75. Here we go. Oh, Benjamin Ellis, good start there. Harding gets pushed to the infield in the 75. Ellis, your leader. And look at this. This is the 74 of McPherson sitting in second as well. Kiki running 1 and 2 at the moment. Bruce Harding on the pole line, getting ready to do what Bruce Harding does best in the little flat chassis. The 46 of Josh Nielsen takes the first shot and spins. Doesn't even flinch, does Harding. And look at this. Ben Ellis. Aidan McPherson straight up the inside. Getting the job done. Harding's got one in the wall as well. That's Colin Cameron. Oh, now Cameron spins him up. That actually helps. Well, he gets out in time. Almost helped his teammates there. Colin Cameron on the brakes, though. Interesting tactic there. He dives back low. He's going to put the chase manoeuvre on. Ellis slows up, takes the spin from Cameron. Interesting tactics from Kiki here. Aidan McPherson, Josh Nielsen going at each other here. Gets around him. '74, Dave Houston Jr. looks like he's moved into the second position. No doubt about the leader though. McPherson in the 74 car. Look at this now. Ellis, he takes Cameron out. Off he goes again. Nielsen and Harding still going at it. They're tangled up, actually, it looks like. No, they break away. The flat chassis just keeps on going. Greymouth with the 4 cars, and they've still got their work cut out because at the moment Kiki's just running two cars out there. McPherson, the 74, definitely the leader. Ellis just hitting everything in front of him that he comes across. None of the Greymouth cars are stopping. They're all going to circulate on. Oh, here we go, the 46 of Nielsen stops. Josh Nielsen on the pole line. In the 74 of Houston Jr., they both haul up. They know they've got to get one of these key cars. And it's going to be McPherson who's going to take on pretty much all 4 of them down the back straight. First he gets the 46, spins him out. Job done on that one. Now he's coming up to the 74. Oh, and he gets the job done there too. Must be 9 laps down. "12 lappers, sorry, these races, so 11. Coming around to get the white. 1 to go for the 74, 11 laps done, 1 to go. Harding's back on track, and it's going to be, by the looks of this, clear track for the 74 of Aidan McPherson. The Kiki Crusaders, they'll take out the 7th spot at the New Zealand Stockcar Team Champs. Still plenty of contact down the back straight. Checkered flag goes. Oh, there's still, the hits are still coming in. McPherson's finished. And look at this, the 46. Josh Nielsen crosses the line in reverse. Good run there from the Greymouth Grizzlies. So we look at our Colonel Malone replays that we're pretty privileged to have up here in commentary. Bruce Harding, that flat chassis, man, it takes a beating. All right, the race for...
Hey, just quickly, Paul Gaskin, not where you wanted to be, but just going to do it.
Yeah, well, that's it. Good old Palmers have beaten us, so hopefully they can take it closer to home for us in Turbo next year.
Okay, mate, Andrew, how's the team? A couple of bit crook?
Yeah, we got a couple of crook. One off to hospital, get checked out. We got a young fella that can't remember the last race, starting or finishing it. So it is what it is.
Cheers, mate.
Here we go. Let's see the 2 Levine boys are out there. Time to empty the box of stamps, boys. Slip them in, send it, as the boys would say. And look at that, Ethan Levine straight into the Mahi. Putting the Daniel Melly car in the wall. Keegan Levine on the 52, pulls to the infield. Now he's back on track. Josh Prentice leading it. Kahui's going to get on the block job in the 55. Oh, and gets put into the wall big time.
He was.
That's just taken some concrete out.
Yeah.
So Prentice is leading it from Regan Penn. Ethan Levine in second and third.
Keegan Levine running fifth.
Keegan Levine limping around there too, yeah, Roger.
He is.
Daniel Melling, he's got the Andre Stenson tank hooked up. Kahui still stuck down the back with Brett Loveridge in the 82. No doubt about our race leader though. Josh Prentice, here comes Regan Penn on the back of Keegan Levine. Oh, he pushes him to the infield. Oh, Regan Penn had to get out of that one real quick because his teammate was parked there on the infield.
Yeah, right.
So Ethan Levine now into the second spot.
Brett Loveridge lost the left front of that car, major damage.
That was courtesy of an early shot there from Ethan Levine. Now Melling looks to use the tank. Bumper on Keegan Levine. Kahui wants to get amongst it. Don't leave me out of it, he says. So Wellington running 1-2. Regan Penn coming up against Keegan Levine now. Gets it all wrong. Half spins it up. 9 out by the wall goes Penn. Ethan Levine round the outside of Melling in the tank. So good run here by the young guns. They're just going to circulate. Ethan Levine now having a play with Melling. The 51W, the 83.
Gives him a tap.
And off he goes now. Keegan back on the pole line. Lets his brother through.
That thing of the 53 is on the limiter. That thing is screaming.
Oh, look at this. Kahui's got Penn up the wall.
Oh!
And he's right up.
It can't stay there. It's got to fall over.
Come on, Roger.
How's that staying up?
Get him over.
What?
Get him over, Roger.
Come on, Roger.
I'm blowing. I'm blowing.
We know you want the rollover, Roger.
Wait.
Keep back from the wall, kids. Come on, don't rush to the car. Kids,
No.
keep back,
Oh,
please.
we go red. Let's see what the young guns do there. Want to try and dispatch the other car, maybe. Keegan Levine on the pole line. Just circulating around. Your race leader's Josh Prentice. Got the 53 right on the limmy. Oh, and look at this. Melling's going to give it a crack. He's going to come up in behind Keegan Levine, the 52. Show's not over yet, folks. Now Levine has got Melling in the wall. White flag, 1 to go for Prentice. Wellington well and truly won the race. Keegan Levine's not going to let Melling get across the line the easy way. But Josh Prentice, he'll take the win. Wellington Young Guns finish up 5th. The battle still goes on between Keegan Levine and Daniel Melling. Ethan Levine crosses the line for 2nd.
That thing of Josh Prentice, he's on the rev limit. He was actually cutting the car out as he comes around the corner, just chopping that out.
Yeah.
That was screaming. One of those screaming V6s.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Keegan Levine, he missed the shot there on Melling. Goes around on the infield. Give it up for the 83. Daniel Melling crosses the line. Finishes up 3rd in the race. Keegan Levine in 4th. Josh Kahui in 5th. The Wellington Young Guns come away with 5th place after a very unfortunate quarter-final against the Pumas. The 95, Alex Rondell on pole. Dave Moore outside in the 74. They're underway. Rondell's got the lead over Moore. Oh, look at this. Keegan Orr. He gets Gowans. Big shot in the pit gate. Still going at it. Down into 3. There's Rondell. Oh, Dave Moore goes round. Oh, Rondell got clipped into the pole line. New race leader, Brad Wearing.
Okay, we're just too busy getting coffee.
So your race leader, Hayden Hart's now in the 32 car. Dave Moore, the 74, in the second spot. Carnage going on in 4. Logan Pete, Keegan Orr taking care of the Canterbury team. Oh, look at this. Hayden Hart into the back of Demetrius Amos. Logan Pete, oh, he puts the 95 into the wall. Still leading it. 5 laps down for the 32, Hayden Hart. Demetrius Amos, right front flat. Oh, he had a crack at Dave Moore and he missed. Moore puts himself in the wall. Amos, oh no, the 95. Alex Rondell fires up. Away they go, the 2 Christchurch cars circulating. 2 of them to the infield. Troy Curry fires up the 919. Keegan Orr moves away as well, the 735. This is the race for 9th and 10th.
Demetrius Amos with a flat tyre, mate.
Hayden Hart doing a good job in the 34 car of Brad Wearing. Had to pull out of the team himself due to some massive damage from the New Zealand champs. And here he is, slotting into position. 8 laps down. 12-lapper final.
A big hit down the bottom, mate. Look at that.
Shot by Amos on David Moore.
Gee.
Amos drives out of it, Dave Moore, and he's circulating still. How good was that?
Wow.
The 74 car still being able to circulate.
Amos with a flat tyre and he's still attacking.
Hayden Hart, he'll come round out of turn 4, he'll get the white flag. 1 to go for the 32 machine. Logan Pete, he's got Demetrius Amos tangled up there. Oh, that's all right, the Auckland, oh look at this, Keegan Orr, got the wrong cars. Hayden Hart though comes through, takes the checkered flag, the 9th spot for Auckland, and the win of Tier 2. Keegan Orr with front end damage. So the Auckland Alley Cats, as we sort of thought they would, take out Tier 2. Very unlucky, missed out on qualifying by only 5 points to the finals. Here we go, the race for 3rd and 4th. Gisborne, Rotorua, Ethan Rees gets the jump. The 853, Shannon Orr in chase, he gets spun by O'Dwyer. Oh, big shot there from James Kirk on Sam Pearson. We've still got Steve Gray, James Clark sitting down here waiting for Ethan Rees in the 61. Clark speeds up now, he knows he's got to take care of Gray, goes round. Gisborne running 1-2 though, so they have a bit of a buffer there. Michael Rumney sitting in 3rd. Oh, look at this, Ethan Rees got through easy on Steve Gray. O'Dwyer in second. Michael Rumney in third. Gisborne Gladiators. Oh, look at this pull out. Shannon Orr. The 8.53. Out of nowhere. Came hiding. Here goes Clark. James Clark's got the Sam Pearson in the wall. The 5.35. Rees backs off, lets O'Dwyer through. O'Dwyer to the lead. Rees takes out Rumney now. And look at this, the 8.5. Oh, look, the Rotorua cars, they're getting tangled up. The 8.53 of Shannon Orr goes round. Sam Pearson, Steve Gray, they come together as well. Michael Rumney holding up James Kirk now. Rumney, the lead Rotorua car as well. So he needs a bit of help, because he's in second place in the race as well. O'Dwyer's leading in the 63. Michael Rumney is second place in the 8.35. He's just got to put the foot down, Rumney, because everyone else is lying in wait.
Yep.
I don't think he realises. Now the first place car comes up on the second place car and takes him to the wall. Huge shot. Oh, he crashes into his teammate, Sam Pearson. So O'Dwyer puts Rumney a lap down. Rumney pulls to the infield actually.
6 laps.
Yeah, he's taking a beating this weekend. The 8.35 Rumney on. The 63 of O'Dwyer's under a trenchant from Steve Gray. He'll manage to get in front of his teammate James Clark. Oh, he leaves himself open. Huge shot from Steve Gray on Mason O'Dwyer. Shannon Orr almost had him lined up for a second go, but James Clark was in the way. Ethan Reeves with a right rear flat. The Gisborne Gladiators. Man, they are going to battle. This race for third is huge. James Clark. He's got Shannon Orr behind him.
12 laps.
Mason O'Dwyer. Oh, he goes round. Rumney was looking for the backup lineup, and O'Dwyer went round. That wasn't part of the script though, and as he pulls back on track, he gets hit by Shannon Orr. He's still 2 laps up. James Clark doing a great job here, blocking. What a race this is. O'Dwyer keeps on going, 10 laps down. Gets the white flag this time, the 63. One more lap for the Gisborne Gladiators.
2 flat tyres for Ethan, is it?
Could well be. The 63, Mason O'Dwyer. Here he comes across for the checker flag, and he'll take out third place for the Gisborne Gladiators. So how's that? Gisborne end up third. Rotorua will finish up fourth, but seated. Yeah, that diff's pretty knackered on the 61 of Ethan Rees. What a race that was. The races, they're just getting better and better.
Wow, it is. You're right.
There's tape over everything on these cars. Here we go, Hayden Barker. Taylor Lamp on the front row.
Take a big breath,
David Lowe and Tyler Walker. Mark Duffy. Hamish McLeod. Luke Myers. Bevan Phillips. That's your grid for the final.
Here we go.
Here we go. Rev it up, Roger.
Go. Rock and roll.
Barker getting the big push. And Luke Myers with a shot. Oh, wow, right over. We've got one on the side. There goes Kyle Lamb. David Lowe still leading it. Tyler Walker puts him into the wall. And
Red
Hamish
light, red
McLeod,
light, red
he
light.
went for the shot and he had to butt it off with the red. Cars taking big shots at each other. Hamish McLeod, well, he's the leader, but he's holding up Bevan Phillips. The Pumas, what are they going to do here? Tyler Walker, 1NZ in the lead. David Lowe takes Bevan Phillips, and Luke Myers is the lead Puma car. So there we have it. Luke Myers, your lead Puma. Tyler Walker, the New Zealand champion, leading the race. Myers is going wide. Hayden Barker smokes him. And Myers is still going. Oh, McLeod gets it all wrong. Fire in Hayden Barker's car. The Reds are on.
Hayden Barker, he has just smashed into that. And he is... That thing's on fire. It's
Yeah, that thing's on fire. Bevan Phillips, here we go. As long as they read this race right, that's what they've got to do. McLeod, he's running. So McLeod's running. He's got to slow down and get the 1NZ, as does David Lowe. So Myers is going to come up on the 2NZ car. And he pushes Duffy to the infield. He goes round him. The Pumas, they've got to take action. They've got to pick up the right car. They've got the 72. Oh, here goes David Lowe, up and over. They're ticking them off one by one, are they? Wow. Tyler Walker, he's running away with it at the moment.
That's wrecked the 772. That car's dust. It's not going anywhere. The back suspension's fallen out of the low car.
Bevan Phillips, he's got bonnet damage, but whether that's anything major underneath, we're not to know. Hamish McLeod, he'll have to slow up because the 1NZ's coming. Luke Myers smokes the 2NZ in the rear. Oh, the 1NZ up the inside. David Lowe, he's limping around, and we go red. Red light. Well, the problem is the indestructible tank needs someone to take the 1NZ out. That's what's got to happen. Hamish McLeod has to do the job. He's got to not worry about Bevan Phillips. He's got to go after 1NZ. David Lowe's going again. 2 outside punches, but he's moving. All he's got to do is get the lucky shot on the 1NZ. Can he fire up in time? Here we go, 1NZ on the 722. 8 laps. Oh, he spins him. Good, good. McLeod was on the infield at the same time. Myers has just got to keep going. We're 9 laps down. Tyler Walker's got Phillips with him. And Myers fires off Mark Duffy in the wall. That's the end of the 2NZ car. Right, McLeod and Lowe. Here we go. Right, Lowe's gone. Now Tyler Walker and Hamish McLeod. Can McLeod stop the 1NZ? 10 laps. This is the chance. He can't do it. Tyler Walker's through. Stratford, are you ready? Get on the edge of your seats. White flag, 1 to go. 1 lap. For the 1NZ. Your New Zealand champion. Can he do the job? There's 2 Pumas in wait. Mark Duffy's got the car fired up. He's going to be a pain. Parks it in. Stratford. Go. Get up. Go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow.
your New Zealand Stockcar team champions. Back to back, Roger.
Stratford do it again.
The Stratford Stormers.
See you next year. Book your place, folks. We'll be back same time.
Tyler Walker, last week you were crowned the New Zealand Stock Car champion, and Stratford have just made it 2 from 2 back-to-back for the New Zealand Stock Car Teams Championships. How's that?
Bloody great, mate. Bloody good. I don't know what to say, but yeah, no, the boys work crazy out there, eh? I'll try not to swear this time, so. But yeah, no, crazy, eh? Crazy. Thank you to all the fans, everything. The boys, we pulled it together. John Boy, everyone, it's bloody crazy.
What were you thinking going to the last couple of laps? Because you guys started to fade a bit, we lost Hayden, we lost a couple of the other drivers as well. What were your thoughts going into that? When you saw that white flag, what were you thinking?
Oh, I was pumped as soon as I seen that white flag, and then I seen Hamish, he was still crawling on the pole line, and then Mark managed to get it off the wall and block him, and as soon as I seen that, I knew we were home and hosed, so yeah.
Congratulations, mate, once again. Bruce has brought it home for you 2 weekends in a row after a hard week of repairing it. It must feel good.
Yeah, no, Bruce is bloody going strong, mate. I can't fault him, mate. That's bloody grouse.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up here from Stratford Speedway and from the Pits Media live stream. We appreciate your company here at the track and around the world, around the country, from wherever you're watching from. From myself, Billy Hickey, Stu Russell, Roger Tonkin up there in the commentary box, Minty Mead on the infield, and the entire Pits Media crew. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a safe drive home. Have a safe night. We look forward to seeing you next time. Good night.